we have officially made it to playoff season. We are officially in the second season of the NBA. We like to split it in two. We got the regular season, which is season number 1, and then we got the playoff basketball, which is season number 2. Now, obviously, this isn't exactly the NBA playoffs per se. It is a mini tournament to decide who will actually end up into the playoffs for the final 2 slots in both conferences. So here tonight, we got a couple of good primers to the actual NBA playoffs, but we're going to go ahead and stick them in there as NBA playoff games regardless, because tonight is win or go home. And either Miami Heat or the Charlotte Hornets will have their season come to an end here today. It is do or die. It is winner take all. The game is in Charlotte, and we are here. We have officially arrived. Let's start the show. That is right. That is right. That is right. We are back. We had a little day off, a little nice day off, but it was all worth it to get to this point, right? We needed the one day off to prepare, to get ready, because we are officially in playoff season. It is playoff basketball starting today with not necessarily playoff basketball, but with play-in games, with implications as to who will actually be making the playoffs, and maybe, just maybe, because these two teams are battling for what could be the 8th seed, maybe, just maybe, one of these two teams will give the Detroit Pistons, the number 1 team in the East, a run for their money. If not, maybe even knock them off. Probably not, but give them a run for the money, give them a tough first-round matchup, as 8 seeds normally don't. But this Charlotte Hornets team, which is the favorite coming into tonight, they're favored by 5.5 points. So let me tell you something. The Miami Heat love to play spoiler. Eric Spoelstra, in my opinion, by far the best. Maybe not by far, because we got some really good, really intriguing young rising coaches in the NBA right now, between like Mazzulla, even a lot of the newer guys who came in who want to prove some things and whatnot. But still, in my estimation, Eric Spoelstra, widely considered the best coach in the NBA, taking on and having some time to prepare for this very young Charlotte Hornets team, which could come back to bite them here tonight. But they are absolutely red hot. They have widely been renowned as one of the 5 best teams post All-Star break. Last 40 games of the season, they were in top 5 contention for net rating, all-around play for the Charlotte Hornets. They've been absolutely fantastic. So we got a couple of things to break down. Obviously, we're going to start with the away team, the Miami Heat, and the best player, Bam Adebayo, Mr. 83 points himself. We'll start here. Felipe, what's up, Felipe? I'm a man of my word, playing hoops. I'll be here. Let's go, Sheffy. What's up, Felipe? Absolutely. Oda Austin, what's up, Oda? I'm rolling with the Hornets Hive. I mean, I got to roll with the Hornets Hive, too. They're more fun basketball team to watch. I think right now, maybe a more complete team. They have players I trust more, funnily enough. Like, even though Con Knipple did not end the season particularly well, shooting in a bit of a shooting slump coming into tonight. We'll see if he can break out of it. We'll see. But I think overall, and it's crazy to say that I trust a couple of more players in the Charlotte Hornets comparison to the Miami Heat, because they have the wildly erratic Lamelo Ball. They have a pretty erratic Brandon Miller. Like I said, a slumping Con Knipple. And then you look over the Miami Heat, and you got Tyler Hero, you got Bam Adebayo, you got players who have been here before, players who have made the NBA Finals, who have consistently made deep playoff runs, whether they were a play-in team or actually made the top 6 in their conference. So who knows what you're going to get from this Miami Heat team, who, remember, a couple of years ago made the NBA Finals as a play-in team. So you can never count this team out. They are indeed the Zombie Heat for a reason. They are never dead. never ever they find a way to revive themselves and come back and compete. So don't count this Miami Heat team in a do or die situation ever. And I know they don't have Jimmy Butler, who is definitely the heart and soul of those teams, but Mr. 83 points himself, Bam Adebayo, is in the building. And I do expect this to be a tough, highly competitive game. I really can't wait for it. Jay Hammer, what's up, Jay Hammer? PK, what's up, PK? George Purser, what's up, George? How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm ready to go. Jay Hammer said, is Hero playing? Strange that I heard was Miami was the fastest pace in the NBA. I don't know if they finished the season as the fastest pace, but they were definitely one of the fastest pace. They started the year like light years ahead of everybody. And then as the season wanes, every team starts really fast and they kind of peter out a little bit. So Miami started far and away the fastest pace in the league, but they are definitely still one of the faster paces in the league. I don't know where they ended up at the end of the season, but Real Art Manifest, what's up, Real Art? Ram Jam, David Oz Jr., Lionel Monas, appreciate you guys. Felipe said, then rolling, upset Portland, got some studs. Generic Houston Rockets, what's up, Supreme Vader? Strange Times, what's up, Strange Times? Fung Pei, what's up, Fung Pei? Slap you like, I don't have the proper subscription to watch this game, I'm just going to trust whatever you say. Yeah, unfortunately, there are no more home broadcasts in the first round, let alone even the play-in games. No more home broadcasts. They're all nationally televised games, aka streaming games, not even on national TV. They are all streaming games. Prime has pretty much all of the playoff games for some reason. It is what it is, unfortunately. But we can all convene and gather here and at least hang out and watch some basketball together. Real R said, no Knicks, I got to see the Hornets. Got to see the Hornets here today. Bruce Fowler, what's up, Bruce? Daniel Berry Sports, what's up, Daniel? Tiz Blocker, what's up, Tiz? Fly Beyond, what's up, Fly Beyond? Twilson, what's up, Twilson? Justice Dad, Mark, Rishi Rich, Mike, appreciate you guys. Susan earlier in the chat, Joseph earlier in the chat, as always, appreciate you guys. David Oz Jr. said, Knicks on Prime, 6 p.m. on Saturday. Yes, sir. And I do have a little mini announcement for all the people earlier in the chat for the pregame rundown. I gotta say, I've been thinking about it, and I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to go with the quad header. I think we're going to go with the quad coverage. There are 4 games on Saturday. Ian Parkins, what's up, Ian? I'm rooting for Charlotte. I'm hoping they'll soften Detroit before we get to them. I'm kind of with you, brother. In a 7-game series, I think Charlotte's putting up a tougher fight than Miami overall, but we'll see. We'll see here tonight because one of these teams will be going home sad and disappointed in the way their season ended, right? But as far as the future schedule, we know we're doing 2 games today because we got 2 play-in games. We know we're doing 2 games tomorrow because we got 2 play-in games. We know we're doing 2 games on Friday because we got the final 2 play-in games. But as far as Saturday, the start of the NBA playoffs, the Knicks play on Saturday. They have the 6 o'clock game. They're the 3rd game to air. Every game is sequential, so one game ends, they jump right into the next game. Obviously, not factoring in any overtime, but I think we're going to do something unprecedented, something we've never done, something we've never even attempted, and that is go for the quad coverage, covering all 4 games on Saturday. It's not set in stone yet. Definitely 2, probably 3 with the triple header because we've done that. We've done triple headers, so we'll probably do 3. We're definitely doing 2, probably doing 3, and I think I want to try and go for all 4. Now, the issue is I have a wireless microphone that really only lasts for about a little over 3 hours, so we could probably get through, about 3 hours I think it lasts, a little bit over that. We could probably get through 2 games on 1 charge. But then I'd have to plug it in, which means the audio quality will suffer a bit because then I have to change it and whatnot. But I might have a solution for that. Again, it's not set in stone, but I think we're going to try and do it. It's going to be a fun time. Ahmed, what's up, Ahmed? Leeway Shi, what's up, Leeway? Get your rest for Saturday? Yes, sir. Now, look, we got games. We are officially in playoff season. Here's the thing. I got a family thing going on Sunday. So before I realized that it was this Sunday that I had to go do a family thing, my mind was like, oh, we got 4 games on Saturday, 4 games on Sunday. We're doing 8 games in 2 days. That was my mentality going into the weekend. But it looks like maybe we're only going to be able to do 2, definitely going to do 1 at least on Saturday. It might have to be the late game. But I'm going to try and sneak out early. Nothing set in stone yet. I'm trying to sneak out early, get 2 games in on Saturday at least. But that does mean that I'm just going to have to go all in on Sunday and get as many games covered on Sunday as possible. I can't wait. It is playoff season. These are all going to be good games. It's not like a regular season quad coverage where like, maybe one team will show up. Who knows who's going to play? Some guys are going to be injured and whatnot. Nope. We're in playoff season, folks. All of these games should be good. Even the Cleveland series where you got Cleveland, Toronto. Nobody believes in Toronto. They are by far the weakest first round matchup, probably of any conference, of a team that is healthy at least. So we'll see. We'll see. Bruce Palace said, I'm ready for elimination in tears. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ahmed said family first, as always. We always appreciate you commentating the family first. Family first. Unfortunately. But yes, always. Family first. Family first. Now, again, like I said, it is like a little like get together from the family. Gotta be there. Gosh, I already tried to sneak out of it. They said no. They said no. But so I might be able to sneak out earlier though. Like I said, I'm in negotiations. Let's leave it at that. I'm in negotiations. Try to sneak out a little early from the little get together to come over and do the games. But we'll see. We'll see. David said, ask Walt Frazier to do one for you. Hey man, I would not mind handing the mic over to Clyde Frazier. We know he's capable. Bruce Fowler said, time to thin the herd, playing games indeed, get these undeserving bums out of here. I'm with it. I'm with it. Ahmed said you should do play-by-play on the table. Hey, man, I might. We might go live from a phone. Like, it won't be the same setup, obviously, because we won't be at the computer, but we might have to do the play-by-play on the phone. Who knows? Who knows? Keith Modeste, what's up, Keith? All right. Let's get to our little rundown here because we do have games to get to. We got to get to them. We have 2 games going on, so we're only going to be able to do the pregame here for one of these games, obviously, because after this game ends, we're jumping right into the next one. Ebony, what's up, Ebony? Let's go ahead and put the games on. Make sure the TV's low. There we go. Put the main broadcast on. There we go. And here it is. Let's talk about Bam Adebayo, Mr. 83 points himself. 20 and 10 season for him. He did sneak up into that 10 rebounds right there just at the tail end of the season. He snuck up to 10 total rebounds on the season. For his average, these are all obviously fully updated stats for both teams here tonight. After like a really impressive start from three-point range for him, he dropped down to about 32% from three-point range overall, which obviously is not good. But I will say his volume uptick is still really nice. I think he has become... Teams have to think about him lining it up from 3 now, right? So before, teams weren't even guarding him out by the three-point line. They were like, oh, yeah, Bam Adebayo's up there. He's probably just going to run some handoff action. So what, right? Mindset John, what's up, Mindset John? It's time to shave the herd. Hopefully a good game. Absolutely. It should be an absolutely fantastic game here tonight, unless Miami absolutely does not show up, because I expect the Charlotte Hornets, who have been the darlings of the NBA during this run, to absolutely show up here. Right? Bam Adebayo, 44% from the field is not great for a center, obviously. 32% from three-point range is not great, but like I said, the volume being up and his willingness to take them in rhythm and when they're open has definitely opened up his game overall. He has talked about how scoring 83 points in a game has kind of changed his reputation around the league, where teams have started to guard him differently, knowing that he's capable of putting up points in bunches like that. If he gets hot from 3, it could be a long night for the Charlotte Hornets, pulling Moussa Diabate away from the basket. They'll probably try and switch like a Miles Bridges on him, but that is obviously contingent on him knocking down his threes here tonight. But even outside of Bam Adebayo, who also, by the way, is the anchor of their team defensively, they can't really do anything offensively or defensively without Bam Adebayo. He has cemented himself as the cornerstone franchise player of this team, which, by the way, he's going on, year 8, I believe, or next year will be year 9 of him on the Miami Heat. If you have not been keeping track, he is really climbing the rankings of some all-time Miami Heat leaderboards here. Obviously, Dwayne Wade has won a majority of them. But Bam Adebayo not that far behind, man. Ram Jam said he show up tonight. They better. Carson, what's up, Carson? I'm going to start praying we win. But the second best player in the Miami Heat here is Tyler Hero. And Tyler Hero is really good offensively. He can be a little bit of a lightning rod because he's not very good defensively at all. At times, it doesn't look like he even cares to play defense sometimes. But he does average over 20, gives you about 5 and 5 this season. His final averages look at 20 and a half, 4.8, 4.1, which is, hovering around where he normally averages. The percentages steadied themselves around 48, 92, 38, which is very good. Obviously, a nice efficient season for Tyler Hero. The issue with Tyler Hero is always he's a good ball handler, but not a great ball handler. He's not really a point guard. The team really kind of plays without a point guard. I know they got Davion Mitchell, but Davion Mitchell, a below average starting point guard, to say the least. Aries, what's up, Aries? To be honest, I want the Hornets to win. I think I want the Hornets to win too. Carson said, do you think the Knicks will fire Mike Brown if the Knicks lose in the first round? If the Knicks lose in the first round, everything's on the table if the Knicks lose in the first round. So yeah, it's on the table. Do I think they do it? Probably not, but it's on the table. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they lose in the first round, which I don't think they do. Sunset and Skylines, what's up, Sunset? So who do you want to win? Who do I want to win? I don't really want any team to win. In the sense that I'm rooting for a good basketball game. It does not affect my team. It does not matter to my team. So I'm just rooting for a good basketball game here tonight. I think the Charlotte Hornets would give the Detroit Pistons a better first-round matchup than the Miami Heat. So I guess I would root for the Charlotte Hornets here tonight, but it could go either way, and I'm fine with it. Trapped in the 90s. What's up, Trapped in the 90s? Ishi GZ. What's up, Ishi? Sir Sheffy of Yorchester? Yes, sir. Rotondip, what's up, Roton? Supa, what's up, Supa? Trapped in the 90s said, keep it 100, Chevy. Are you nervous about Saturday? Not one bit. Not one iota, Trapped in the 90s. Not one bit, brother. Roll the ball out, let's play. We know what playoff Jalen Brunson looks like. We know what playoff New York Knicks basketball looks like. I'm ready for it. I got Knicks in 5. If they take care of the business, Knicks in 5. If it could and will go 6 games if Atlanta has a really hot shooting night, which they're more than capable of doing so, or if the Knicks have a really poor shooting night, which the Knicks are more than capable of doing so after an 82-game regular season of watching them. So I got Knicks in 5, but I think the more likely scenario is Knicks in 6. But I got Knicks in 5. I believe our team is going to show up and show out during the series. Everybody is counting this as like the toughest series in the first round outside of Minnesota and Denver, who we know are probably 2 teams capable of making it to a conference finals, having a matchup in the first round there. But I got Knicks in 5. I'll leave it at that. And that's not disrespect to the Hornets because, like I said, it's to the Hawks. It's probably going to go 6, but I got Knicks in 5. But like I said, as long as the Knicks show up and handle their business and play the way that we know they're capable of playing, they will win this series in 5 games. A tough 5 games. Like I said, not disrespecting the Hawks at all. A tough 5 games. They're not going to make it easy. We saw these 2 teams play very hard the other day, or about a week and a half ago. Coming down the regular season here, and it was a very close game, and obviously they waved off the CJ McCollum half-court heave. But in that game, the Atlanta Hawks shot it fantastically from 3-point range. Alexander Walker was knocking down tough contested 3 after tough contested 3. So, as long as that doesn't happen, I think the Knicks will have the advantage and they'll win the series. They are the overall better team, Knicks in 5, but it'll be a tough 5 games. I don't expect a blowout in any of those games. Bruce Fowler said, I want to see dreams dashed and realizations that we weren't a playoff team anyway. Miami probably is the team here today, but we'll see. Carson said, I can't wait for Timberwolves Nuggets. I got my popcorn ready. It's going to be a glorious, glorious first round. I think there's a ton of really good first round series. We can go through it as the night goes on. Obviously, this is the only game on first, and then we have the other game after. We are officially in playoff season where it's one game at a time, baby. One high leverage game at a time. Jay Hammer said, 6 p.m. I'm nervous. You don't know what playoff Dyson Daniels looks like or CJ. JK, and company. Did you throw JK, Jonathan Kuminga, in there, brother? I can tell you this right now. Shout out Jonathan Kuminga, who I like as a basketball player, but come on, brother. Ain't nobody in the Knicks worried about no Jonathan Kuminga. Mark, what's up, Mark? Ram Jamson, Knicks will take it. The Knicks will take it. I hope it's in less games than what I think is likely going to happen, which is why I got Knicks in 5, but I think the likely scenario is Knicks in 6. Carson said Luka and Reeves are likely out another week. Yeah, I don't think they play in the playoffs at all. I think they're done. Tyler Hero, like I said, really good offensive player, really disastrous defensive player, which I think is ultimately part of the reason why their perimeter defense is such a weak link. They do a really good job, Miami does, of finding ways to hide him defensively. And as long as Tyler Hero plays hard and is engaged defensively, he should be able to hold his own for the most part. But 2 turnovers per game is really nice. Low turnover players. I love low turnover players. Literally one of my favorite things in the league is to see a high usage guard be low turnovers. I love it. Absolutely love it. But they're going to need not just a high scoring game from Tyler Hero, but a high playmaking game from him as well. We'll see, because they're going to need all hands on deck today to beat this Charlotte Hornets team. Bruce said Netflix playoff picks, Atlanta tricks, Knicks in 6. I'll take Knicks in 6. I want Knicks in 5, but I'll take Knicks in 6. Knicks in 7 is rough. It's rough to have to go to a game 7 against the Atlanta Hawks in round 1, because, if you want to win a championship, 7 games in round 1 is tough. But Scomberg said, I see Sheffy. I click like in support. Appreciate you, Scomberg. Appreciate you. All right, let's fly through these couple of players we have here. We're going to get to Norman Powell. Suns Gen, what's up, Suns Gen? I hope all is well. All is well. All is well. We're good. We're ready to go. We're energized. We're ready to go. We got water on deck. We got 2 games going on here tonight. The doubleheader. I'm ready. We got doubleheader today, doubleheader tomorrow, doubleheader on Friday, no games on Thursday. And then we got possibly, I'm working on it. We're going to see if we could figure it out logistically, the quad coverage on Saturday. As of right now, I'm scheduling 4 games. As of right now. Definitely 2, probably 3, maybe 4. Maybe 4 games on Saturday. Maybe we'll cover every single basketball game and we'll be live all day. We'll see. JP Drums, what's up, JP? Bonita Crandon, what's up, Bonita? Felipe said Jalen Johnson only once in the last 5 games scored over 20 points. As teams have been ramping up, they have been playing him a little bit differently and making it a little difficult. Disarray, what's up, Disarray? Thank you for the subscription, brother. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Norman Powell, 21.7 points per game on the season, 3.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. After a really hot start to the season, started to slow down a bit, 47% from the field, 38% from three-point range is obviously really good, but definitely more stable than where he was earlier in the season when he was absolutely in fuego. Felt like he was making another push. JB Crusher, what's up, JP? We got JP Drums and JP Crusher. What's up, Crusher? What's up, Drums? Norman Powell just kind of settled himself into just a obviously really good all-star level player, as opposed to like an all-NBA level player the way he started the season. He's back down to earth a little bit, but like Tyler Hero, low turnovers. Love to see that. Miami prioritizes it, and it's been great. AP, what's up, AP? It's okay. Let's see how great the Charlotte team everybody says they are. I mean, we've watched the regular season games, but playoff basketball is different. And between these 2 teams, the Miami Heat have been here before. So absolutely could come into play. I know everybody wants to see the Charlotte Hornets, the darlings of the NBA right now, make it. But Miami could indeed play spoiler here today. Speaking of, let's run through these guys. We've got about 10 minutes before tip-off. J-Hammer said, go Reza Shea. Bruce said, ready for some tears. Yeah, one of these teams going home and their season will be over. No ifs, ands, buts about it. No game 2, no game 3 to look forward to. No, when we get them back, when we go back to Arm Court. Nope, 1 game elimination. This is a 9-10 game. Felipe said, I'm a Golden State Warriors fan, but really think Cat finally pays off seriously. Something different about him this year. He wants that chip. I mean, he has obviously started the year in a bit of a struggle, but post All-Star break, he has been incredible. I truly think it is some of the best basketball he has absolutely played in his career post All-Star break for the Knicks this season. So, Norman Powell, like I said, it's going to be all hands on deck, particularly for the Miami Heat. To take down the Charlotte Hornets team, one of, if not the most explosive offensive team in the NBA. They can get hot in a hurry. So they're going to need all hands on deck, and Norman Powell and Tyler Hero in the starting lineup is not particularly great defensively. Miami finds a way to always be good defensively. They have really good defensive players around them like Bam Adebayo and like Andrew Wiggins, who's having a very good season this year. My context, I did not change the context because I think this is a overall good context for his entire career, but he has been far more consistent this year for the Miami Heat than he had been previously in his career. And I think as he's hit his 30s now, maybe this is too harsh to continue to put a label on him where he's consistently trying to find his game. But we'll see what he looks like next year. You gotta stack him. Right? And it can't just be a one-off, because we've seen Andrew Wiggins have good years, and then he goes to the next season, and it's like, oh, man, what happened to Andrew Wiggins? Where's the guy that we had last year? So this year, really solid, consistent season for Andrew Wiggins for the most part. 15.4 points, 5 boards, 2.7 assists. We'll round up to him. 3 assists, 1.1 steals, 1 block. over 2 stocks for Andrew Wiggins, who, like I said, has been really solid defensively for them this year as a perimeter stopper, playing alongside Tyler Hero and Norman Powell. I will say, when this Miami Heat team has been fully healthy, and it's part of the reason why they had a little bit of a slide to the end of the season here to end up as the 10th seed, they don't play particularly too well when they have both Norman Powell and Tyler Hero in the starting lineup. They're too, I think they're too similar, and it's too redundant a bit in the starting lineup of having like shoot first kind of guard / wings out on their starting lineup. So we'll see how they play here today. Maybe they're going to need them to match the offensive firepower that the Charlotte Hornets can bring. But again, this is a do or die game. And if you rely on 3-point variance, which oftentimes the Charlotte Hornets sometimes do, could come back to bite you in the butt. So we'll see. Crandon said Hawks will be respectable against the Knicks in 6. Atlanta Wings will give y'all shooters a couple of stinker games. We'll see. We'll see. Absolutely more than capable of doing so. That's a completely fair analysis of that series, Crandon. 100% sure. That is 100% fair. Fung Pei said, you're going to be all right, Bruce. Shen Kuhner's got your back. Shout out to Bruce Fowler. CEO King. What's up, CEO King? AB said they're the 9-10 first. Yes, we have the 9-10 game first here. The East 9-10 plays, and then the next game is the 7-8 Portland versus Phoenix. So, and then tomorrow we'll do the 7-8 game in the East, and then the 9-10 game in the West. And then Friday we'll have the final 2 play-in games. Skonberg said, "This is the year the Knicks fan. This is the year Knicks fans. All the heartbreak for this year. Can't wait to purchase the NBA New York Knicks jersey with the championship logo on it. Would be fire for sure, for sure." Let's keep the party running. Let's run through the last couple of guys. Nikola Jovic, who I doubt will be a part of the rotation here, even though fully healthy for this do-or-die game. I wrote down here, and it's pretty scathing. The only thing developing with Jovic this season is his facial hair. And it's not even good facial hair. It's been a pretty piss-poor season for Nikola Jovic. 36% from the field is where he ended up, and 37% from 3. It has been a really rough season for him. It's definitely been a bit of a step back. We'll see if he can rebound next season. And kind of find his offensive game again, because he has shown absolutely no propensity to be good at anything this season. I don't know if it was part of the schematic offensive change for the team, if it's just a part of some of the growth. He is still only 22 years old. I don't know if it was part of some injuries he dealt with this season, but man, he's been tough. It's been tough. O-Dog, what's up, O-Dog? Villanette TV, what's up, Villanette? Checking in for the play-in from work. Chevy, let's go Hornets. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got the Kel'el Ware, and Kel'el Ware's had a bit of an up and down season where at times he looks like a true legit starting center and like a nice foundational piece to continue to build here for the Miami Heat, and then sometimes he's completely invisible. We'll see what version we get of him tonight. They're definitely going to need his presence on the inside with Diabate and Kalkbrenner in there with the size. It could end up bothering Kel'el Ware, or he could end up really dismantling this Hornets team by either pulling them out to the three-point line or killing them with his offensive rebounding, which he's a pretty good offensive rebounder. Off the bench, 11 points, 9 rebounds. They messed around with trying to play him alongside Bam Adebayo. Hasn't really been great. And part of that is because Kel'el Ware kind of just gets lost in the sauce a little bit. So they're definitely going to need a good game from Kel'el Ware here today. Like I said, all hands on deck. They need a good game from all these guys. Lemon Pound Cake with a lemon pound cake. Bam going for 50. I mean, it would be a great statement game if Bam went off for 50 today. Benzino with the Benzino. Heat for the upset? I definitely think it's possible. I know a lot of people are picking the Charlotte Hornets here, but it definitely would be apropos for the Miami Heat to play spoiler to the young, up-and-coming Charlotte Hornets team. Or the Charlotte Hornets could put the final stake in the coffin of this version of this Miami Heat team before maybe they possibly blow it up in the offseason. Who knows? Who knows? Ebony said the Hornets will win by 30. Again, Heat are trash. We'll see. Come playoff time, do or die games, anything could happen. Anything can happen. Susan, what's up, Susan? Jaime Jaquez definitely should have been in the running and probably is in the running for Sixth Man of the Year. I haven't particularly seen a ton of people give credence to Jaime Jaquez Sixth Man of the Year candidacy. He's been fantastic this year for them. The game completely changes. Their offense feels like it's almost entirely geared towards maximizing Jaime Jaquez this year in year 3 after a really disappointing year 2. Really bounced back and had a phenomenal season this year. 15.4 points per game, 5 boards. We'll round up to 5 assists for him as well. And again, little turnovers, only 2 turnovers off the bench. The 3-point shooting rebounded a bit up to 32% after a really rough majority of the season, but he really bounced back in 3-point shooting towards the end of the season where he started shooting more and playing better, particularly in that 3-point shot. Muhammad, what's up, Muhammad? Who do you honestly think will come out of the East, Knicks or Celtics? If you're giving me those two teams, I'll take the Knicks. Honestly, I think it's going to come down to Knicks or Pistons, but that's just me. That's just me. Old Dog said he's going to show out. His sister just got drafted in the NBA. Yes, I saw that. Absolutely. They're going to need, like I said, all hands on deck. I'll keep saying it. And Jaime Jaquez is a huge part of what makes this Miami Heat team work. Davion Mitchell, their starting point guard, and like I said, probably a below-average starting point guard. They just kind of need him to do his job. 9.3 points, 6.5 assists is where his season ended. Again, low turnover rate, but doesn't really take a ton of shots, doesn't necessarily look for his own offense a ton, just keeps the ball moving, puts it in play where it needs to be, gets it into the hands of players that need it. But with Tyler Hero out there alongside of Norman Powell, the ball will be in their hands a lot, and Davion Mitchell will have to be a spacer and shooting it 39.5% from three on pretty low volume this season. They're going to need him to knock down perimeter shots. Pelle Larsson is a really intriguing player because I could definitely see him being the hero of the game here today. No pun intended. The hero of the game today. Sometimes he is fantastic from three and sometimes not so much, where it leads him to being a 32% three-point shooter this year. Kind of seen as a 3-and-D player, but I think mostly is just kind of a hustle defensive player who can at times attack the basket and occasionally knock down a three. Reminds me a little bit of Christian Brown over on the Denver Nuggets. Pelle Larsson does in the way that he plays and what his role is, but I think he's had a really fantastic season here with the Miami Heat. 24 years old, still room for improvement. 11.4 points, 3.5 boards, 3.4 assists. Doing a little bit of everything for this team. Craner said Heat are undefeated in the play-in games. That being said, streaks come to an end. Go Hornets. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Will experience allow the Miami Heat to upset the Charlotte Hornets here today, or is it a changing of the guard here today where the Charlotte Hornets will finally put the zombie Miami Heat out of their misery and out of the play-in? We'll see. Simone Fontecchio, we'll see if he gets minutes here tonight. Probably in for Jovic. It comes down to either he or Jovic, or maybe they just go 8 strong. But we know what he's capable of. He's an okay defender because of his size, 6'7", but really is out there to shoot threes and make threes, and that's kind of his role, and that's it. If he's not making them, he's not going to be playing well, but we'll even see if he gets minutes here today. Let's quickly run down the Charlotte Hornets here. We got Lamelo Ball, who we know has had a fantastic season. His regular season is over. 37% from three is where he ended up, which is really good, really solid. The thing that is not really good and really solid is that field goal percentage. Part of the reason why the field goal percentage is so low is because the majority of his shots, especially against really good teams that keep him out of the paint. Donald Moore Music, what's up, Don? Especially teams that keep him out of the paint. He settles for a ton of threes. The previous game we watched, I think it was the Celtics game. I can't remember which game it was specifically, but he took 16 field goal attempts, which is nice. Nice amount of field goal attempts. You know, being a point guard, 7.1 assists per game is great. But man, 13 of them were threes. So he settles for a lot of jump shots, has a tough time attacking the paint and getting to the paint and getting twos. And if the three-point shot is not going down, which, 37% from three, usually it's going down, it could end up being a really rough night for the Charlotte Hornets, right? Their three-point variance could really knock them off. Eric Lyerly, what's up, Eric? So LaMelo Ball is the head of the snake, but he is definitely going to be looking for Brandon Miller and Concanipo to step up. Brandon Miller had a really solid end to the season, 43.5% from the field, 38% from three-point range. It was a really solid overall season after a slow start from the injury, but he got it going, and Brandon Miller's back to being the Brandon Miller we all thought he could be after the end of last season. Eric said Clippers and Pistons finals. That is crazy. That is crazy. Concanipo really struggled to end the season, particularly from three-point range. Got ice cold a bit there. So they're going to need him to step up here today. 18.5 points, 5.3 rebounds, 3.4 assists. They're going to need him to snap out of that cold streak here today. They're going to need him desperately here today. Khalil Ware in the starting lineup. They're starting the double big. Wow. Is Norman Powell healthy? Is he available? Or are they bringing him off the bench? Hold on. Let me double check. I thought everybody was healthy for the Heat here. Yeah, no injuries to report. They're bringing Norman Powell off the bench. That solves one of the problems that we talked about in the pregame, where Norman Powell and Tyler Hero haven't particularly played well when on the court together this season. So staggering those minutes. Kobe White, one of the most important trade deadline acquisitions, absolutely fantastic. They needed somebody off the bench who could dribble the ball outside of LaMelo Ball, and Kobe White was the best trade deadline target for any team, right? And him making his way to the Hornets, a team that desperately needed ball handling and shot making, was huge. Miles Bridges, a do-it-all, a do-it-all wing, master of none. Jack of all trades, master of none. He's inconsistent from three. We'll see what version of Miles Bridges we get here today. Moussa Diabate, one of the up-and-coming big men in the NBA. They desperately needed a big man to step up. Moussa Diabate did. We're getting ready for the tip-off now. Grant Williams can knock down threes. Trey Man not a part of the rotation. Salon not part of the rotation. Kalkbrenner, their backup big. The guy we don't have a player graphic made, but we will get a player graphic made for him, will be Zion James. Literally thought about it before we started the game. I was like, oh, wait, Zion James, I forgot about him. So should the Charlotte Hornets make it out of the play-in tournament here and make it out of the play-in tournament here and make it to the playoffs, we will indeed make a Zion James player graphic. Here we go, ready for the tip-off. Where's our starting lineup? All right, come on, ESPN, get us going. The Miami Heat win the tip, and we are off and running. Here we go. Here we go. Also, by the way, our bingo card. We'll go over our bingo card. The first stoppage of game, first time out of the game, first stoppage in play. But here we go. Mitchell up top, attacking to his left against Knipple. Stops, turns, spins, kicks it out to Hero. Attacking off the bounce to the basket. Layup, right hand, can't get it to go. A lot of contact, no foul called. Here we go. Let's get our starters in there. And now here comes Brandon Miller and the Charlotte Hornets. Obviously, this game in Charlotte, the 9 seed here for the Charlotte Hornets. Lamelo Ball, pump fakes, hands it off to Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller up top, gets it over to Diabate, hands it off to Ball. Ball down the lane, throws up the floater. Got it to go for Lamelo Ball, and that's what I like to see from Lamelo. Get to the basket. We know you're capable. Fear the deal. What's up, Fear? Heat are going to win. Big man starting today. They do have the double big starting today. Really interesting decision. Davion Mitchell just giving the little shoulder nudge over to LaMelo Ball, goes flying out of bounds, and then Davion Mitchell frees himself up to knock down the straightaway floater. LaMelo Ball off the screen, misses the pull-up straightaway three. It's 2-2. Mitchell bringing it down the other way. He has it up top, directing traffic, trying to get the ball to Hero. And they call an off-ball foul, and Brandon Miller holding on to Tyler Hero there. Strange Time said, I'm from the future. Andrew Wiggins gets 30 points. No. Andrew Wiggins isn't the starting lineup. I was about to say, did I see Andrew Wiggins as starting lineup? I did indeed. These are the starting lineups. We know the starting lineup for Charlotte Hornets. They've been healthy. These are the starting lineup they've been going to for the past 40 games or so since they got healthy. Not new, but different starting lineup for the Miami Heat than I thought. We got Khalil Ware in the starting lineup instead of Norman Powell. Trying to separate and stagger the times Tyler Hero and Norman Powell are on the court together. They swing it out. Khalil Ware, wide open right corner three. They need it, and he provides it. Khalil Ware knocks it down from three. As you can see, we have a couple of bingo cards up here. And Khalil Ware, I believe, three-point shot is up there. We have Knipple, swings it over to Diabate, up top, being guarded by Ware, hands it off to Miller, swings through to his right, down the lane, in the paint, steps through, ball knocked out of his hands and recovers it, step back, pull-up jumper in the paint, can't get it to go, battle for the rebound, Diabate wings it out, and then loses the handle on the ball, and Adebayo picks it up. Just a sloppy turnover slipped out of his hands from Diabate there. In these do-or-die games, you gotta value every single possession. Hero pump fakes, drives it down, gets swatted out of there by Miles Bridges, picked up by Miller, head ahead the ball, crosses over to his right, down the lane in the paint, flips it over to the left hand, and gets the scoop layup to go for LaMelo Ball. Miami quickly trying to push it the other way, pushing the pace. Mitchell has it on the right wing, picked up by Miles Bridges, over to Wiggins, jab step down the lane, Euro floater, got it to go, no basket because they called the foul previously on the drive. So it'll be side out of bounds for Miami here. Mark said, yes, the bingo board. The bingo board is up. The bingo board. We got Bam 3 threes. We got Miller 30 points. We got an overtime period. We got a 24-second violation. You guys got to keep track of it. I'm going to keep track of the game. Hero in the paint, throws up the floater. Got it to go for Tyler Hero. We also got Hero, 25 points up there. We got a 4-point play eventually. We'll see what we get here today. Never restarted timer. We got 9:30 to go here in this first quarter. We'll catch up. Miller up top, coming to right after the Diabate screen. Loses the handle, gets it out the ball. Ball up top, coming off a double screen. Over to Miller in the paint. Swings it out to Bridges. A right wing three over Bam Adebayo, and he splashes another net. Talking about needing Khalil Ware threes, they need Miles Bridges threes. And they respond against each other there. Bam in the high post, jab step down the lane against Diabate, gets the scoop layup to go past him. Nice move for Bam Adebayo on the high post there. It's 9-7, a back and forth affair all ready to start the game. Ball coming to his left off the screen, sidestep straightaway three. Got it to go for LaMelo Ball, and they're going to need him to have a good game here tonight. It is quickly 10-9, back and forth they go. Davion Mitchell rushing it down the other end, blows past LaMelo Ball for the scoop layup with the right hand on the left side of the rim. We're going to get a timeout from the Charlotte Hornets here. It's 11-10. It is 11-10. Some nice shot making from the Charlotte Hornets. Some really quick play from the Miami Heat to respond right back. We're in it. Big City Dreams with the Big City. Miami might be a better match for the Pistons, but it would be more entertaining to see the Hornets versus Pistons, Lamelo versus Cade in the playoff series. Yeah, with the budding rivalry that they have, for sure. Lizzie, what's up, Lizzie? I believe green and still give Sheffy a like. Appreciate you, Lizzie. Appreciate you. Mark said a racehorse basketball. Absolutely. All right, let's go through our bingo card here. We got a 4-point play. We got a Lamelo double-double. We got Ware 3 blocks. We got an ejection. We got Con 5 threes. We got a wedgie. The wedgie is back. We got Lamelo Ball, 15 3-point attempts. We'll see how many 3-point attempts he can get up here today. We got a deep 3. We'll convene and talk about what a deep 3 is. We're all going to have to agree on what a deep 3 is in this new modern basketball where everybody shoots deep 3s. We got a 40-point quarter. Pretty good on pace so far, 11 to 10. We can get a 40-point quarter out of here immediately. We got Hero for 25 tonight. We got a player fouls out. We got 2 consecutive missed free throws. We got a coach's challenge. We have a travel. We got Kobe White for 20 points off the bench. We got Diabate for 4 offensive rebounds. We're going to have to keep track of the box score to get that one. We got Jaime Jaquez for 15, 5, and 5 off the bench, getting to his average. We'll see. We got Bam Adebayo for a double-double, getting to his average. We'll see. We got any player triple-double. We'll see. A jump ball, 24-second violation, overtime, Brandon Miller for 30 points, or Bam 3 threes. We'll see if we can get bingo. Here's the thing. We got to come up with something. If we get a bingo, what do we do? What do we do as a community? What does bingo get the community? If we get bingo, I might have to give some subs or some memberships. If we get bingo, I got to give some memberships. Which, by the way, I don't even have the bingo card pulled up over here on my end so I can edit it if we do get something. Fear the Deer said, didn't we not just get it? A deep 3? I wouldn't say we had a deep 3. CO King said 25 push-ups. Now, I got to give something back to the community in some way, right? Sons Jen said, I was so sick on Sunday. Everything was a blur, and I had convinced myself I'd hallucinated the bingo card. I think for every bingo we get, might be a gifted membership, right? Because you can get multiple bingos on one bingo card. Let me pull up the bingo cards. Photoshop, bingo cards. No, I need the PSDs of the bingo card so I can edit them. PSDs, bingo cards. We have Heat Hornets bingo card. Here we go. 5-star 6 said we give the membership. I'll definitely give the membership. I'll give at least one membership. But maybe we up it. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how often we hit bingo. Corp X, bingo equals a gift card from a record company sponsored to a random winner? That's going to have to be up to my guy, Donald Music. Bruce Fowler said the deep 3 should be changed to from the logo. Logo 3. I should definitely change deep 3 to logo 3. You're right about that. Can I do that here? I can't do that here. So moving forward, we'll change deep 3 to logo 3. You're right. I like that one better. Deep 3 is 30 plus feet. Yeah, I mean, you guys are going to have to convene and we'll talk about it. We gotta agree on what a deep 3 is, right? I got it at least like 2 steps behind the 3-point line, right? Don said, I'm down if Chevy will just email the winners. We'll see. We're just introducing the bingo cards here, so we're going to keep it simple for now, but we might expand it as we go on. My timer taking the whole time? No, I stopped the timer. Why did the timer stop? Con Knipple coming off the screen, put up the 3, can't get it to go. And a nice rebound for Khalil Ware. The Miami Heat will push it down the other way, not bring it down the other way. Davion Mitchell shot out of a cannon, rushing it down the other way. They get it over to Andrew Wiggins in the post now against Miller, backing him down, stop, fall away mid-range shot, off glass for Andrew Wiggins, got it to go. You love to see some nice, calm, cool, collected basketball for the Miami Heat here. Con Knipple up top, dancing with it, gets it over to Miles Bridges in the post, being guarded by Hero, spinning to his right, down the lane, flips it up with the right hand, gets swatted out of there by Khalil Ware. There's a block. Bam Adebayo over to Hero, right wing, pump fakes, up top to Mitchell, swings it over to Khalil Ware. Another 3 for Ware, comes up short. Con Knipple, the rebound, we're pushing it down the other way. Hit ahead to Miller, hesitates, pulls it back out. Miller on the right wing, gets it over to Lamelo Ball, out by the logo. Now dancing with it, coming to his left, blowing past Hero, down the lane, lefty layup, off glass, can't get it to go, battle for the rebound, knocked out of the air. Mitchell picked it up, but it hit the baseline, so it's going to stay here with the Charlotte Hornets. Fear the Deer said, Where is one block? Yes, he does. Donna Moore Music said, yeah, I do got download codes for Millicent Hughes Between the Worlds. I don't know how much stock I have to be mailing out CDs. Con Kniffle down the lane over to Diabate, over to Ball. Ball coming to his left off the Diabate screen. Down the lane, stops. Pump fake, leans in, got Ware up in the air and drew the foul. And Lamelo Ball will go to the foul on 4-2 free throws with 7:40 to go here in this first quarter. Corb said defensive three-point call would be another, could be another square. Defensive three-point call, like a three-point play. I got 4-point play in here. I think three-point play is just too, like that's a free space. It's got to be something, in my opinion, a block on the bingo card. I'm down for anything, but a block on the bingo card, in my estimation, has to be something that is obviously can happen, but not necessarily likely to happen. Don said, maybe we could do the initial run of a little west of regret for all the winners at the end of the playoffs. Maybe we could. I was going to hand number the first run. There you go. Bruce Palace said, if this is close in the fourth, my money is on Spoelstra. I got to agree. Right? I said it in the pregame. Eric Spoelstra is still, in my estimation, the best coach in the NBA. I know Joe Mazzulla likely to win coach of the year this year. There's a couple of coaches, JD Biggerstaff, got his team to 60 wins and whatnot. So Ball did knock down both free throws, by the way. There's a bunch of really good coaching seasons this year. I still, overall, got to have Spoelstra as the best coach in the league right now. Wiggins out to Mitchell, back up top to Wiggins, one-on-one against Bridges, attacking to his right, stops, step back, kicks it over to Mitchell. Mitchell swings through to his left, behind the back, coming to his right against Knippel, throws up a tough contested floater, can't get it to go. Rebound to Zion James, excellent defense of the Charlotte Hornets on that possession there. Hit ahead, Knippel, left wing three in transition, too strong, can't get it to go. Knippel remains cold after his end to the regular season. Here comes Davion Mitchell bringing it down, they lob it down low to Bam Adebayo. Bam in the post, coming to his left, ball knocked out of his hands, it's a loose ball, Bam dives on it, it's going to be a jump ball between Miles Bridges and Bam Adebayo. Good defense from Miles Bridges there. We are under 7 minutes to go now. Corb said a defensive 3-second violation occurs. Oh, a defensive 3-second violation. Sure, yeah. But that's just not that fun. I mean, yeah, we could throw that on there. But it's just not as fun as some other things. The ISKIG. What's up, Jump ball is won by the Miami Heat. Hero along the right baseline. Can't get the jumper to go. Jaime Jaquez is in the game. Rebound to the Charlotte Hornets. Here comes Ball on the right wing. Lamelo Ball up top, coming to his left. He's being guarded by Wiggins. Ball's going to dance with it. A step back three. That's a deep one. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Knippel saves it. Lamelo Ball able to recover it, driving along the baseline, inside pass, too hot to handle for Moussa Diabate, goes through his fingertips. Mitchell down the lane, over to Jaquez, lefty layup, can't get it to go. No foul called. Loose ball, Jaquez picks it up, but he was out of bounds when he touched it. The ball's going to go back to the Charlotte Hornets. Still 13-12, so after a raucous fast start, up and down with the scoring, now the defense starts showing up for both sides now. Bam Adebayo subs out. Jaime Jaquez is in. Khalil Ware comes back in. Still no Norman Powell yet. Showtime. What's up, Showtime? The Heat with their coach are a tough out. They are a tough out. You are a tough out. Justice's dad. What's up, Justice's dad? Love the bingo card. I do like the bingo card. It is a bit more work, but I do like the bingo card. Miller up top. Puts up the straightaway three over Hero. Got to go for Brandon Miller, and there's one for him. There's Brandon Miller knocking down a three. His first of the night. Jaquez up top, crosses over to his left, spins to his right, in the lane, kicks it out to Wiggins, jab step, stops, puts up the straightaway three. Andrew Wiggins responds right back with the three of his own. And back and forth these teams go, 16-15 here. Miles Bridges off the screen, puts up the straightaway three. Miles Bridges gets it to go. Did he steal the powers of Con Knippel? Miles Bridges becoming a consistent three-point shooter. The confidence is sky high right now with him. They swing it over to Ware. He's looking for a response. Can't get it to go. Wiggins, the offensive rebound, goes back up, gets the layup over Brandon Miller there for Andrew Wiggins. And we're tied at 18 with 5:30 to go here. Ball up top, coming to his right, swings it out to Miller on the left wing, attacking, pulls it back out. Back up top to Ball, dancing with it against Wiggins. Lamelo Ball, dancing with it. Calling for a screen, coming to his left, off the Kalkbrenner screen, loses the handle, picks it back up, over to Bridges, being guarded by Jaquez. Bridges attacking to his right, down the lane, shot clock winding down, step back, foul line jumper, gets fouled It looks like by Andrew Wiggins, who tried for the rear contest, ends up fouling him, sending him to the foul line for 2 on what probably would have been a missed step back jump shot. That's not good offense right there. Really bad foul for Wiggins there as Bridges is at the foul line. Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? Oh, jump ball. We did have a jump ball. There's one, right? Where's jump ball? Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Yeah, there it is. Oh, no, that's got to stay. We did get a jump ball. There we go. There's one. There's one. Yeah, y'all got to keep it updated. I'm more focused on covering the game, so you guys are going to have to be focused on covering the bingo card. Here we go. We got the jump ball going. Miles Bridges knocks down both free throws. Here comes Mitchell bringing it down, hands it off to Hero. Hero coming to his right, off the wear screen, down the lane, ball knocked out of his hands. Bridges picks it up, and Miles Bridges looking to take over this game right now. Swings out a wild pass, Kobe White in the corner, pump fakes. He's going to tackle along the baseline, under the rim, kicks it out. Sion James off the kick out, a left wing 3. Too strong, can't get it to go. Rebounded, Kalkbrenner, he tips it up and in over Jaime Jaquez. And we're going to get a timeout from the Miami Heat. And Charlotte picking up the pace now, attacking the boards. Mark said, mini game 7 energy? I mean, it is do or die. It is do or die. It is kind of a game 7 energy. Winner goes home. Winner goes home. You don't have another game to look forward to. And if you were going to be worried about the youth of the Charlotte Hornets, not having played, majority of them not having played in a really competitive game like this with actual real stakes on the line, they're showing up. They're showing up and they're showing out, up by 4, only 4-point game, but they're playing extremely well to start the game. Just that said, wedgie in a real game, you are a bad man. I like the wedgie. I'm still not 100% confident in how to spell wedgie. Is it I-E? Is there a Y in there? Is it Y? Is it E-Y? Am I going to look it up? I'm not. Am I just going to spell it a different way every single time? I am. Nick's Yak, what's up, Yak? Who matches up best against Detroit? I think Charlotte is a more fun series. I think they both are decent against Detroit. Detroit is heavily favored. Wedgies with an IE, so I spelled it correctly. With the Y, it looked off, so I went with the IE this time. I think both of them lose to Detroit. I think Charlotte is the better match. Mark is a teacher. Yeah, I'm going to take Mark's word for it. I'm going to take your word for it. Wedgie is the hardest spot on this board. It is. It is. And I think it's always going to be on the board. There's a couple that I think are always going to be on the board. I think wedgie. I think a coach's challenge. I took away successful challenge and failed challenge because all 3 of them end up kind of being connected. Right? I tried to have some that feel like, oh, that's really difficult to get. And I tried to have some that feel like very attainable, like the Jaquez 15, 5, and 5. Those are his averages. Right? Bam Adebayo, double-double. Those are his averages. Right? So I felt Hero 25. He averages 21. Right? Kobe White, 20 points. He averages like 16, 17. So, no, these aren't the realm of possibility. I tried to throw a couple difficult ones in there. 4-point play. 24-second violation, overtime. Like, these aren't likely to happen, but it could and end up giving us a creative bingo, right? I think those travel, because travel is rarely called in the NBA. Travel, coach's challenge, 2 consecutive missed free throws I like, overtime, 24-second violation. Like, a couple of these will always be on the bingo card. And then we'll have specific game ones like Hero 25. A 40-point quarter might remain on the bingo card forever. I like that one a lot. Foongpei said, Susan, isn't it nice to see Bridges functioning as intended? The Bridges you need. CEO King said, 20-point win? Yeah, but that's a negative one. It's a negative one. I don't want a ton of negative ones, right? Like I thought about, initially when I was making the bingo card, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll have one where Heat win and one where Hornets win. I was like, right? I want to stay like in the game, like things that happen in the game. I think that's more fun. TT in the morning, what's up, TT? Felipe said Con 5 threes. I don't know. I mean, he is coming off one of the best shooting seasons in NBA history, let alone for a rookie. Coming out of the timeout, Norman Powell's in the game. Miami Heat run is set to throw a lob up top to Bam, and the Hornets get called for a foul, getting in the way of Bam Adebayo rolling to the rim. Any player triple-double was dope. Yeah, a couple of things we could root for. Like, I like rooting for good things to happen, like a triple-double or a player getting a double-double or Jaquez hitting his averages, stuff like that. Diabate for offensive rebounds, very good offensive rebounder. Right? I like rooting for the good things to happen rather than rooting for bad things to happen. Like, only a couple of negative things I have up here. Ejection. I think I have technical foul in here somewhere, I think, but stuff like that is like more negative stuff. Norman Powell up top, driving to his right, kicks it in the corner, and the pass is off. It goes out of bounds. It's off of Pelle Larsson on the bad pass from Norman Powell there. Doing alley-oop. Alley-oop is a little too... Alley-oops happens a little too often. That's like, to me, that's like a free space. I want to like try to strike a balance of things that can happen, things that might not happen. Like we're going to see an alley-oop in this game, right? Brandon Miller puts up the floater, can't get it to go, battle for the loose ball, and then Norman Powell knocks it back to Brandon Miller. Bad tip from Norman Powell there. They get it over to Kobe White, over to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Davion Mitchell, back to White, back to Bridges. Bridges looking to take advantage of the size and strength matchup here against Mitchell. Mitchell not backing down, though. He leans in, puts up the fall-away jumper, got it to go. Davion Mitchell tried to step away and pull the chair away from him, but Bridges stayed on balance and knocked down the little fall-away jumper. Davion Mitchell up top being guarded by Bridges, dancing with it, coming to his right, crosses over to his left, got Miles Bridges leaning a little bit, but Davion Mitchell can knock down the foul line pull-up jumper. Here comes Kobe White bringing it down. He has it up top, coming to his left, off the screen, dancing with it, coming to his right, splits the defense down the lane, high off glass, got it to go for Kobe White with the sweeping layup. And it's 26-18. Suddenly an 8-point lead has been built up for the Charlotte Hornets here as the Miami Heat are going ice cold offensively, not getting any quality looks. Pelle Larsson down the lane, kicks it out to Jaquez. He pump fakes from threes down the lane, back inside to Jaquez. Loose ball. Larsson picks it up, throws it off the bottom of the backboard. Loose ball again. Norman Powell and the Heat pick it up, and then Powell gets fouled on the floor by Josh Green there. Josh Green in the game now. Posterize could be a fun one. We could put a poster in here. I like that. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Whoever wins this game, Sheffrey, they are eliminated from the playoffs. Yes. The loser of tonight's game is out. It is do or die here tonight. One-game elimination. Angela Harding said, I think the Hornets will win this. They're definitely favored. They were the betting favorite. They're definitely favored by even all of the analytics and the metrics. Jaime Hawk is a right wing three, can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound, knocked out of bounds by Kobe White. Good pursuit and effort by Pelle Larsson there. We got 3:02 to go here. 8-point lead for the Charlotte Hornets, 26-18. Pelle Larsson looking to inbound it. Gets kicked out of bounds by Miller, so it'll stay here with the Heat. They have 14 on their shot clock, especially after that kickball. Right? Especially after the kickball. They put 14 on the shot clock. Felipe said that's CEO King. That's a good one. I like the poster one. Pelle Larsson gets it in the Bam. Hands it off to Fontecchio, coming to his left, puts up the three off the handoff. Fontecchio throws up an air ball, hit the side of the backboard. Not side of the backboard, missed the rim and hit the backboard entirely. Here comes Kobe White and the Hornets bringing it down. White crosses over to his left in the lane, kicks it over. Brandon Miller, left corner three. He's got space, but he can't knock it down. Bounced on the rim a couple of times, knocked out of the air. Josh Green can't get the tip in after Diabate kept it alive. Norman Powell rips it away. He's bringing it down the other way, putting his head down, attacking in the lane. Stops, kicks it over to Larsson, layup. Got it to go for Pelle Larsson. And a late foul call on Brandon Miller there, knocking over Pelle Larsson on the late block attempt. And it's going to be a 3-point play for Pelle Larsson in the Heat here. Getting back into this one after an ice cold stretch there. 2:30 to go in this first quarter. Angela Harding said they're really fighting for that spot. Yes, indeed. That's 2 fouls on Brandon Miller, by the way. Right? Yeah, that's 2 fouls on Brandon Miller, who subs out of the game now. We also already got 2 fouls on Josh Green off the bench. Now, that's not as important, because Josh Green only plays a limited amount of minutes. But Pelle Larsson misses his free throw. It's a 6-point game. 2:30 to go. Kobe White bringing it down. Kobe White yet to score. Oh, no, he has. He's got 2 points on the one sweeping layup. They go over to Knipple, up top, being guarded by Jaquez. Knipple coming to his left, off the Diabate screen, down the lane, scoop play with the left hand, can't get it to go. Looks like maybe Bam got a piece of it. Loose ball, knocked out of the air by Diabate. Ball's going to go back to the Miami Heat, or at least stay with the Miami Heat after they picked up the rebound. Nick Yak said, whoever wins tonight still needs to win one more game to make the playoffs. Yup, they're not done yet. Not done yet. This is the 9-10 game. So they just move on to face the loser of the 7-8 game. Jaquez fires up his second three of the night. He misses it. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Pelle Larsson doing a good job battling for it, but Kobe White able to rip it away. White up top, dancing with it against Bam on a switch, coming to his left, pulls it back to his right, crossing over, down the lane, puts up the floater. Kobe White can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Diabate wins it out. They swing it out. Kobe White the straightaway three. Can't get it to go off the back of the rim. Hits the top of the backboard, and it's out of bounds. Ball going back to the Heat here. Kobe White, little shaky to start the game, along with Con Knipple. 0 points for Con on 0 for 3 from the field. Kobe White 1 for 3 from the field after making his first shot, missed those last two there. And here comes Miami bringing it down, 1:45 to go. Larsson up top, gets it over to Bam. Bam, high post, being guarded by Diabate. Faces up. Bam, now puts him in the post, backing him down, backing him down, backing him down. Drop step, right hook. Not a drop step, but leans in, right hook, gave him the Shaq elbow, knocks down the right hook shot over the left shoulder. And it's a 4-point game, 1:30 to go. Under 1:30. Mark said, Kobe almost shot a wedgie. It's not impossible. We see wedgies happen. We see wedgies happen all the time. Kobe White has it up top, coming to his right, being guarded by Jaquez on a switch. Off another screen, over to Knipple. No hesitation, three over Larsson. Knipple comes up short, rebound over to Bam Adebayo, gets a running start. And Bam will bring it down against Grant Williams. Bam waving everybody away. He's saying, I'm putting him in the post, backing him down. They show a double team over to Jaquez, over to Powell. Jab step, coming to his right, kicks it back out to Jaquez. And no hesitation three is third of the game. He can't get it to go. That is not Jaime Jaquez's game. He has been knocking him down to end the season, but that's definitely something the Charlotte Hornets will live with here tonight. Jaime Jaquez firing away threes. Kobe White has it up top, being guarded by Pelle Larsson. Kobe White coming to his right. Fontecchio picks him up on a switch, stops, turns, spins in the air, kicks it out to Grant Williams, hesitates, puts it up, gets blocked by Bam Adebayo, and it's a shot clock violation. I'm pretty sure that's on the bingo card. It is on the bingo card. We got a shot clock violation. We got another one. Ball will go back to Miami here. That's 7 straight misses for the Hornets, the broadcast just announced. Larsson lobs it down low to Adebayo in the post, being guarded by Diabate. Bam faces up. Right wing, jab step, coming to his left, being guarded by Diabate. Drop step, hook, got it to go, and the little hook push shot for Bam Adebayo off the drop step over that left shoulder. Yet again, getting to the right hand. It's a 2-point game with 10 seconds to go. Con Knipple having it up top. A pretty rough start to the game for Con Knipple in his first high-pressured moment here in the NBA, and they call a moving screen? Or is that just a screen? That's a screen on the Miami Heat, not a moving screen on Grant Williams. They say Fontecchio pushed Grant Williams when he was trying to set the screen. Jove said, a lot to remember, but I got you. Shout out, Susan. Jove said 83 points for Bam tonight. I mean, he's got 6 points on 3 for 3 from the field. Excellent play from Bam Adebayo tonight, picking his spots wisely. It's a 2-point game, 26-24. 2 seconds to go. They get it into Kalkbrenner, back to Knipple. One dribble, puts up the three at the buzzer. Can't get it to go off the back of the rim, and Con Knipple remains ice cold, 0 for 4 from the field. I think 0 for 5 now from the field off that. Yep, 0 for 5 from the field for Con Knipple for 0 points, 3 rebounds, 0 assists here tonight. Oof. Mark said, 82. I should have put Bam for 80 points at least here tonight on the bingo card. He said Bam for 35 tonight. I mean, he's got 6 in the first quarter, so he's got some ways to go, but definitely not out of the realm of possibility for sure. I think I have Bam points here on the board. No, I do have Bam 3 threes and Bam double-double. We got that. Mark said these aren't the Wizards. They are indeed not the Wizards. Has yet to get to the foul on Bam Adebayo. So obviously this is our only game on. We are no longer in regular season basketball. We can go through the NBA slate for the night because we are officially here. We are at one game at a time. right? One game at a time. Bruce said stepped away. Does it look like Bam can carry them? Bam had a really nice, strong start, Bruce, to the end of the quarter there. Scored 3 baskets in a row? 2 baskets. He scored 2 baskets in a row to end the quarter on really nice post-ups, turning over his left shoulder, knocking down right hook shots on back-to-back possessions. And I think it's just showcasing that if he needs to go get himself a bucket, he can. Also, Miami's defense really turned up to end the quarter there. Charlotte was stuck on 26 points, and they missed their last 8 shots of the quarter. Con Knippel had a couple of decent looks, but missed them all. He's 0 for 5 from the field here. Bam, I think, could. But he's going to need some help from Hero and Norman Powell. And I don't think either guy has really yet to score so far tonight, right? Check the box score. Tyler Hero, he's 1 for 4 for 2 points, while Norman Powell only played 5 minutes, and he didn't take a shot, and he hasn't scored. He does have a rebound and an assist, though, for Norman Powell. Joseph said Trailblazers and Suns is going to be an interesting matchup. It should be fun. That is the 7-8 matchup out there in the West. Nick Yak said, has Ware played? If so, how did he do? He actually started today, Nick Yak. They started the double big lineup against the Hornets here tonight. I suspect it's mostly about trying to stagger the minutes of Norman Powell and Tyler Hero because they're a bit redundant in their team, in their construction and how they play offense. And so I think Spoelstra is trying to stagger having Hero or Norman Powell in the court at any given time and not really trying to have both of them out there, considering they're both kind of defensive liabilities. You don't really want that out of your guards and your wings. So I think he's mostly doing it for that reason. But Kel'el Ware did start. He knocked down a 3 to start the game. Since then, he's missed his next 2 threes. He does have 2 rebounds and didn't really do it. Oh, he also had a nice big block in the paint. Outside of that, not much else going on. Strange Time said Wiggy with a point per minute. Wiggins, 7.7 minutes. He might be eating up. It might be a Wiggins night for sure. Mark said we were one away from a bingo last game, and we only did a half. Yep, we're gonna hit bingo tonight for sure. Man, keeping track of bingo is gonna be fun. It is gonna be fun. It just is. Honestly, one of my favorite ones on the bingo card. And I think, like I said, there's going to be a couple of here that are always going to be on the bingo card. One of my favorites is 2 consecutive missed free throws. It is travel. It's wedgie. Yeah, I think those are my 3 favorite that are always going to be on the bingo card. Overtime is fun, too. 24-second violation, which we got tonight, is also fun. But here we go. We're starting the second quarter. Kalkbrenner has it up top, hands it off to Knippel, driving to his right, spins to his left, down the lane, throws up the little jump shot, got it to go off the spin for Con Knippel, his first basket of the game. 3's not going down, go get yourself a 2. That's exactly what he did. And seeing one go down could be just what the doctor ordered for Con Knippel, who's really struggled from the perimeter tonight in his shooting. Pelle Larsson gets it over to Norman Powell, driving down the lane, tries to kick it out after he got caught in the air against Kalkbrenner, and Lamelo Ball able to jump that passing lane and get that steal. Ball danced with it up top against Fontecchio. Ball, nice hesitation. Down the lane, leans in. Off bounds, gets blocked. Bam, saves it. What a save from Bam Adebayo off the block from Fontecchio. Over to Larson, into Jaquez, back to Larson for the scoop layup. Got it to go, and Bam takes a hard fall, and he's still on the court down on the other end. LaMelo Ball rushes it down the other way and gets a 2-handed slam. And we're going to get a timeout for the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo still on the floor. Took a really hard fall. After he saved it, didn't have his legs under him because he was more concerned about catching the ball and saving it. Fell flat on his back, looked like on his tailbone. And he is still on the floor in pain and agony. Not what you want to see here in tonight's matchup. See the replay on it. Ooh! Ooh, wow, that's... Bam's now up off the floor. Wow, on the replay there, Bam's on one leg trying to save the ball from going out of bounds, which, by the way, he was out of bounds, but trying to save the ball from going out of bounds. He's on one leg, leaning back, trying to hold bounds, trying to get the ball, trying to do all these things. He does grab the ball and throw it in bounds, but LaMelo Ball, who fell on the floor after he got blocked, swipes the leg of Bam Adebayo, which takes him out from under himself, and he falls on his tailbone, on his back. It's a dirty play. If the Miami Heat and Bam Adebayo can get the officials to go look at this play, that's a really dirty play. That's at least a flagrant 1. I don't think they'd call it a flagrant 2 here because that would be disastrous for the Hornets, and I don't think they want to really take the legs out from the Hornets tonight in an elimination game. But that is a really dangerous and dirty play from Lamelo Ball. Wow. Bam's up on his feet, still laboring. We're in commercial now, so I don't know what's going on now, but he was really laboring. Mark said he's dirty on the court and behind the wheel. Just a terrible decision maker all around. Absolutely. Jay Hammer said, should not have given up the body for 1 possession. He didn't. LaMelo Ball took his legs out. LaMelo Ball swiped the leg. He's standing on one leg, falling out of bounds, trying to keep his balance. He saves it, and LaMelo Ball swipes at his leg, knocks his foot out from under him, and has him fall right on his backside. Crusher said, LaMelo with the cheap play. A little bit. That's real dirty. It's really dirty. Like I said, if the Miami Heat and Bam Adebayo can convince the officials to go look at this, they can absolutely... Listen, in a regular season game, that might be a flagrant 2. I don't think they'll call a flagrant 2 here today because it is an elimination game, and I don't think they want to really put a disastrous spin on this matchup here tonight. And what's been a very entertaining game so far. But in the regular season, I can really see that being a flagrant 2 and him getting ejected, which would help our bingo card. But I don't think they'd do that here. I think at worst, they'd give him a flagrant 1 and a warning. Sons Jen said, right, when everyone's watching, what a doofus. That's a just really dangerous play, even outside of it being a dumb play. Like, you could really hurt a guy. He took his legs out. And he's, 6'10", 6'11", however big Bam Adebayo is. Landed right on his back. You could break your tailbone. And Bam's going back to the locker room, man. With a little limp to him. Yeah, man, they showed the replay again. Officials not going to the scores table to look at it. I don't know if they can. I don't know if they're allowed to, whatever, but that sucks. They go over to Norman Powell, the straightaway 3, throws up an air ball, hit the side of the backboard. Here comes Ball off the rebound, rushing it down the other end in the paint, leaves it off. Knipple, left corner 3, just hit a mid-range shot, but he throws up an air ball there. Loose ball, Jaquez picks it up over to Larson, bringing it down, and gets fouled by LaMelo Ball, who's upset. Very upset at the call. Mark said they didn't look at it? Why? They didn't look at it. They didn't look at it. Bruce Fowler said, if aliens came down to Earth and you had to explain a play-in game, they might not understand. Probably not. Jones, what's up? It's Jones. LaMelo got to chill. He's towing that line right now. I know he's passionate. He's trying to win this basketball game. Competitive, all the things. He's towing that line right now, man. Mark said, I hate the Heat, but after this, go Heat. That's Bush League. Yeah, man, that's tough. That's really tough. And Eric Spoelstra is still arguing with the official about how he got his leg taken out from under him. You can tell, based off of how he's explaining it to the official, still talking about the Bam Adebayo play, which he should. His best player is now out of the game. Hopefully he's okay and he can come back in at some point, but you don't love to see that, man. Norman Powell dancing with it against Knipple down the lane. Takes a bad bump, flips it up at the rim, and he got it to go down. As Norman Powell just kind of threw it over his head, it went through the basket. Was definitely looking for a foul to go as well, but didn't get that. Kobe White down the lane, can't get the layup to go. Wild layup attempt, but Kalkbrenner right there to lay it up and in, as Khalil Ware had to contest the layup from Kobe White. A Kobe assist, as they say. 32-28, Norman Powell down the lane, throws it with the floater, rattles it in. Norman Powell could be getting unleashed here. Back-to-back buckets for Powell. Kobe White up top, coming to his right, dancing with it, over to Knipple. Extra pass to Grant Williams, left corner, being guarded by Powell. Coming to his right, up top to Kobe White. Kobe White dancing with it, coming to his right at the Kalkbrenner screen, down the lane, gets caught in the air, kicks it out. Grant Williams, open left corner three. Grant Williams knocks it down out of the left corner there. 9:30 to go in this second quarter. Is Jones said LaMelo's out. LaMelo Ball is out. You can see right here the players that are on the court. In the paint, Cloware has it and gets fouled. Fouled by Grant Williams there. Grabs and holds him. Bruce Powell says, Spo's trying to get a tech. I don't think they give him a tech. I don't think they would give him a tech. Not here tonight. Also not on the way he was arguing. Just clearly very, very upset that now his star player is out of the game right now. Hopefully he can come back in at some point. Pelle Larsson has it up top. Euros down the lane. Kicks it out. Khalil Ware. Left corner three for Ware. And Ware rattles it in. They needed it. Responds right back to that Grant Williams three with a three of his own for Khalil Ware. Here comes Kobe White bringing it down the other way. We still got a 2-point game. White coming to his right. And an offensive foul. Brandon Miller. Pelle Larsson definitely took a dive there. A little bit of a flop from Pelle Larsson, baiting Brandon Miller to extend his arms there. Pelle Larsson took the dive and got the offensive foul called on Brandon Miller there. That is, by the way, his third foul, Brandon Miller. 3 points, 1 for 4 from the field, 2 boards, 2 assists, and now 3 fouls for Brandon Miller. Going to be struggling with foul trouble here tonight. Mitchell gets it over to Powell in the lanes, got space, throws up the floater, comes up short, battle for his own rebound, can't get it to go, can't grab the rebound. Here comes Miles Bridges after snagging it out of the air. We got 8:50 to go. Bridges gets it over to Kobe White. Kobe White up top being guarded by Wiggins. White gets it over to Knipple. Knipple up top being guarded by Powell. They get it down low to Bridges. Bridges in the post, spins off of Davion Mitchell there, goes along the baseline, throws up a high floater over Khalil Ware, and he gets it to drop down. Miles Bridges having an excellent game here tonight, offensively and defensively, along with his rebounding. They kick it up top to Ware on the pump fake from three, back over to Mitchell. Mitchell, pump fakes, jab step back, straight away three for Davion Mitchell, and he rattles in a three there. We're at a 1-point game here. 36-37, 8:18 to go in this second quarter. Kobe White bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Mitchell. They get it over to Knipple, hands it off to White. Kobe White being guarded by Pelle Larsson. White coming to his right, off the Kalkbrenner screen. Kobe White steps back, in and out dribble, coming to his left, down the lane, leans in, fall away jumper, comes up short, rebound to Grant Williams, and gets fouled by Norman Powell. Kanyon Pepper, what's up, Kanyon Pepper? I have the Heat, but I want them to win. Jay Farrow said, where's LaMelo? Foul trouble? He's not in foul trouble. He's just getting his rest, brother. Jay Hammer said, this is the playoffs. Sometimes you need to play dirty to win. You don't. You don't need to play dirty to win. You absolutely do not need to play dirty to win. Matter of fact, if you need to play dirty to win, maybe you don't deserve to win in the beginning. Kalkbrenner has it up top. Good denial from the Heat here. They get it over to Kalkbrenner. They get it over to White. White pulls it back out, being guarded by Larsson. Great defense from Larsson. Pokes the ball away. White picks it up, throws it up with the left hand, almost banks it in. Had to heave it up there as the shot clock was winding down. Threw it up with the offhand, the left hand, and he almost banked it in. But the Miami Heat able to secure the rebound. Mitchell on the right wing, being guarded by Sion James, dancing with it, crosses over to his left in the paint, stops, picks up his handle. Good defense from the Hornets here. They kick it over to Larsson, now over to Wiggins. Wiggins, rhythm dribble, pull up three over Bridges. Looks like Bridges got a piece of it, goes out of bounds. And it's going to stay here with the Heat with 2.9 to go on their shot clock. Vincent Brock, what's up, Vincent? Get Con out of here. He's choking. 1 for 7 from the field for Con Knipple. Not a great outing for Con Knipple. Here comes LaMelo Ball back in the game. Davion Mitchell gets it into Khalil Ware. Shot clock winding down. He gets an open look from three. Can't get it to go. Andrew Wiggins, the offensive rebound. Over to Davion Mitchell. Wide open three. And he got it to go down as Miami takes a 2-point lead. 39-37. Here comes LaMelo Ball bringing it down against Davion Mitchell. Ball up top. Coming to his left. Hero switches onto him. Coming to his left again off a Bridges screen this time. Wiggins switches onto him. Ball gets it down low to Bridges in the post against Hero. Stops, swings through to his right in the middle of the paint, kicks it out to James, attacking to his right in the paint, kicks it out to Knipple. Knipple attacking Larson off the bounce. Down the lane, puts up the foul line jumper, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Ware knocks it away from Kalkbrenner, gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell bringing it down in the paint, crossing over to his right. It pulls it out, kicks it out. Kalel Ware, wide open straightaway three. Ware comes up short. They desperately need Kalel Ware to knock down these open looks. Here comes James and the Hornets bringing it down the other way. Sion James leave it off to Knipple. Knipple pump fakes, driving down to his left, leans in, throws up the floater off glass, can't get it to go, but a foul is called. Knipple will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. He's really struggled, 1 for 8 from the field here tonight for 2 points. Says Block said Heat lose this game. I mean, so far they've lost Bam Adebayo. No sign of him coming out of the locker room yet. They might, with 6 minutes to go, a little over 6 minutes to go here in the second, they might just wait till halftime and see if they can survive the rest of this half without him. Travis, what's up, Travis? I'm in Jamaica, Portland, Caribbean countries, and Planet, California, Prince Country. Shout out, Travis. Appreciate you, brother. Vincent Brock said Khan's been choking the last few games. Yeah. He's gone ice cold to end the regular season, and it's continuing here in this play-in game. Davion Mitchell has it up top. Swings it over to Hero. Hero dances with it against Ball. Swings it out. Mitchell, right wing. Pump fakes. Puts up the step back three. Davion Mitchell comes up short. Kalel Ware, the offensive rebound. Gets the putback over Sion James there. When did I miss the 2-point basket? Oh, Knipple made 2 of his free throws. Miles Bridges misses the pull-up 3. Rebound to Ware. Ware's starting to get active here, and they desperately need him to. They lob it down low to Wiggins, who gets fouled on the entry pass by Knipple. Foul on the floor. No shot attempt. Connect AP. What's up, Connect? Khan is built for this? I mean, he's going to have explosive second half here, which he's more than capable of, but 1 for 8 from the field is not being built for the moment, I'll tell you that. He is a rookie, and this is what rookies do. Man City fan, what's up, Man City fan? Let's go Hornets. It is a 2-point game, and the Hornets have not really had an explosive offensive moment yet. I have categorized them as the most explosive offensive team in the NBA, and they, for the most part, have been pretty quiet offensively here tonight. Tyler Hero dances with it up top, misses the mid-range pull-up jumper over Diabate. Here comes Ball bringing it down the right wing, crosses over, dancing with it. Being guarded by Hawkins on a switch, blows past him down the lane, gets in the paint, gets the ball knocked out of bounds. Good recovery defense from Hawkins, who got the block from behind. Crusher said, hopefully Bam's not out completely. I love a challenged matchup. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Would really suck if Bam Adebayo's out the rest of the game. He has yet to return. We have yet to even see him on the bench yet. We know he went back to the locker room. See here before we go to commercial break. We see him out there? No, we did not see him out there. Chris Shepard, what's up, Chris? Way too many missed threes. I mean, when push comes to shove and the leverage is up there, man, it's tough. It's tough. D800, what's up, D? If Bam comes back, Miami's winning by 10. They could. They could. Bam was playing really well, especially to end that first quarter there. Team stats. Overall, the Charlotte Hornets 5 for 16, same for the Miami Heat. Both 5 for 16 from three-point range here tonight. Free throws actually leaning toward the Charlotte Hornets. Miami Heat only taking 1 free throw on the and one from Pelle Larsson, which he missed. And they have a 2-point lead. So that honestly does not particularly bode well for the Charlotte Hornets overall here tonight. We'll see. We'll see. Connect said Hawkins Jr. is buns. Hawkins averaging 15, 5, and 5 off the bench. Had a really nice bounce-back season after a pretty underwhelming second season last year. He's not played particularly well here tonight. Chris said, I'm a Hornets fan, but with Bam out, they're not taking advantage of the points. White and Khan are killing us. Absolutely, Chris. Absolutely, brother. You need one of those guys to step up here tonight, and neither of them have done so. You just need one. You just need one, because Miller's done enough. He's been okay. I know he's been in foul trouble, but Ball is doing his part for the most part. Diabate's playing well. Miles Bridges is playing excellently. You need another one of your main 3 guys to get going. Khan, White, one of them's got to step up. Kobe White is playing terrible for real. He's not playing well. He is not playing well. MBM, what's up, MBM? Both not ready for the playoffs. Food. Yep. I mean, you're also seeing the difference between a veteran-laden team that has been here before in the Miami Heat. They have played in every single play-in tournament to ever exist. Whereas the Charlotte Hornets, this is their second franchise play-in game, and obviously their first play-in game with this core group of guys. Lamelo's played in a play-in game before, but outside of that, Diabate hasn't. Khan obviously hasn't as a rookie. Brandon Miller hasn't. It has not been a well-played Charlotte Hornets game overall. They've had some good stretches and whatnot, but this is playoff basketball. This is what it's about. Finding ways to succeed when things aren't going well. Three-point shots not falling, not getting to the foul line, not getting the calls you want. You got to find other ways to be successful here tonight. And it's probably going to have to be off the back of your star in LaMelo Ball, mainly. Dennis Barnes, what's up, Dennis? Pat Riley, Miami defense, gotta hate as a Knicks fan. User, what's up, user? Tyler Hero has only 2 points. Tyler Hero only has 2 points as well. Also, not the greatest game from Norman Powell either. And now Bam Adebayo out. So, Tiz said Giannis is Golden State next year. We'll see. We'll see where Giannis ends up. Lower back injury for Bam Adebayo, questionable to return. Connect said Cooper winning Rookie of the Year. Maybe. It could go either way between he and Con Knipple. You said Bam is not coming back. Well, they just announced he's questionable. So, we'll see. We will know whether or not he's going to come back if he starts the third quarter or not. Knipple up top, coming to his left off the Diabate screen, down the lane, puts it above glass. There you go, Con Knipple in the mid-range, knowing the three-point shot not going down, gets into the paint, driving to the basket, and knocks down the little step-back, one-legged fall-away jumper off glass. Here comes Davion Mitchell bringing it down, looking for a response. Coming to his right, off the wear screen. Stops, pulls it out as Diabate switches onto him. Over to Hero. Hero coming to his right. Diabate switched onto him. Hero gets it over to Jaquez. Jaquez being guarded by Bridges. Jaquez driving it down. Tries to spin off of him. Pump fakes. Has nowhere to go. Drives, kicks it over to Mitchell. Down the lane, throws up the floater. Too strong, can't get it to go. Miles Bridges rips down a rebound and gets it over to LaMelo Ball, who's bringing it down the other way on the left wing. Picked up by Wiggins. Ball crosses over to his right, in the paint, kicks it out to Miles Bridges. Back over to Ball. He'll put up the contested three. Can't get that one to go down. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Diabate picks it up, gets the foul, and they're going to call it a foul on the floor. So no shot attempt on the putback attempt. So it'll be side out of bounds for the Charlotte Hornets here. We're tied at 41. Tiz said, Con versus Cooper. Cooper, 99.9% a winning over Con. You're going to be surprised when those ballots come out, and it's a very close contest then, brother. You have not been locked into what Con Knipple has done during his rookie season this year. Diabate kicks it out the ball, coming to his left off the Diabate screen, puts up the one-legged three. LaMelo Ball can't get it to go. Davion Mitchell able to rip down the rebound over Diabate there. They get over to Jaquez, swings it over to Hero. Wide open right wing three for Tyler Hero. Too strong, can't get it to go. Bouncing on the rim a couple of times. Wiggins the offensive rebound and gets fouled by Diabate. Now the fouls are a-flying here tonight. Now we're getting some foul calls. 4:20 to go. Both teams sitting with 3 fouls in this quarter, so neither team in the bonus. Side out of bounds for Miami. Chris Rowe, what's up, Chris? MBM said Cooper more complete player, my plan. I don't even think it's a question as to who's going to have the better career and who's the better overall player, but that's not what the award is. The award is who's had the better season. And Con Knipple definitely has an argument. Jaquez blows past the defense out on the perimeter and gets the lefty layup for his first basket of the night. 43-41. 4 minutes to go. LaMelo Ball has it up top. Coming to his right. Over to Zion James, slipping the screen down the lane. Scoop layup with the right hand. Got it to go over Khalil Ware. Nice manipulation for Zion James there, who threatened the lob attempt, but instead kept it and got the right-handed layup to go. Jaquez has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. Over to Mitchell, crossing over to his right, leans in, kicks it out to Wiggins. A left wing three for Wiggins. Got it to go for Andrew Wiggins. Deeper than Wiggins usually shoots him, but he got it to go down. I wouldn't necessarily classify that as a deep three, though. Ball up top, coming to his right off a double screen. He's got Jaquez switched onto him. Mellow Ball, dancing with it. Coming to his left, crossing over to his right. Picked up by Hero. Ball still dancing with it. Crosses over to his right. Scoop layup with the right hand. Got it to go down for LaMelo Ball. Attacking the basket here tonight. You love to see it. You love to see it. Fear the Deer said flag 100, the Rookie of the Year. Khan has not had a 50-point game. Well, it's a good thing we don't just give Rookie of the Years out to whoever scores the most points, brother. Andrew Wiggins can't knock down the floater. LaMelo Ball picks up the loose ball rebound to get over to Bridges. Kicks it out to Knipple. Pump fakes. Kick it back up top to LaMelo Ball. Ball being guarded by Mitchell on a switch. Coming to his left up the Bridges screen. Up top, Bridges. Straightaway three. Over Ware. Got it to go for Miles Bridges, who's had an excellent game here tonight. Here comes Jaquez bringing it down. He has it up top. On the right wing. Dancing with it. Coming to his left, spins to his right, off of Bridges. Wild layup attempt, can't get it to go. Maybe looking for the foul call, he didn't get it. But Ware able to pick up the offensive rebound. Ware has it, knocked out of his hands, gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell up top, swings it over to Jaquez. Jaquez going to look to attack again. No, he's going to settle for the pull-up three, and he's going to knock it down. Not a strength of Jaime Jaquez at all. He was 0 for 3 from 3 previously. Before that, rhythm dribble pull-up three for him. Here comes LaMelo Ball up top, being guarded by Mitchell. Ball gets it over to James. James on the left wing being guarded by Hero. Jab step coming to his right. Jaquez picks him up. They lob it down low to Bridges, who's being guarded by Hero. Spins off him down the lane. And they call a defensive 3 seconds on the Miami Heat there. So a free point for the Charlotte Hornets at the foul line. Travis, what's up, Travis? Show with the chat spam, brother. Tiz said, go somewhere else for that. Pretty much. Greg Williams said, he still score, though? I mean, they've all scored. They've all scored. Knipple has had excellent score. Cooper Flag averages 2 more points per game than Knipple. 2. You're going to give Rookie of the Year. Your reasoning is going to be that that Cooper Flag scored 2 more points than Knipple this year? It's a terrible reasoning. Terrible. They knocked down their and 1 free throw, so we're tied at 49 again. There's reasons to vote for Cooper Flag over Knipple. 2 more points per game as an average is not the reasoning. A deep step back 3 for LaMelo Ball. There it is! LaMelo Ball splashes the double step back deep straightaway 3. Jaime Jaquez in the lane, kicks out to Wiggins. He's looking for a response. He can't get it. On the left wing from 3, rebounded Bridges, and the crowd on their feet. They're getting into it. That 3 got the Charlotte Hornets, a logo 3, 2 in a row. Comes up short on that one, a rhythm 3. Home run pass to Jaquez, but over his head, it goes out of bounds. Ball will go back to the Charlotte Hornets here. But we got the deep 3 from LaMelo Ball there. We got it. Put it up on the bingo card. We got the deep 3. LaMelo Ball has it up top to get over to Bridges. Inside the ball can get the kick out pass, gets stolen by the Heat, hit ahead to Hero to 5-on-4. His ball hit the floor. Hero in the lane, throws up the floater, got it to go for Tyler. Hero back to a 1-point game, 1 minute to go. Zion James bringing it down, being guarded by Hero. James up top, under a minute to go in this second quarter. 1-point game. James directing traffic. They get it over to Bridges up top, being guarded by Davion Mitchell. Attacking to his right, down the lane, wild scoop layup to go. Can't get the push shot to go. He fell on the floor. It's a fast break, a 4-on-1 fast break. The kid out the Hero. Pump fake, swings through to his left, driving it down in the paint. Gets in the paint, draws the foul, gets the floater, and 1 for Tyler Hero. Got it to go down, end the foul. It's going to go to the foul line for 1 more. MBM said maybe overtime is in the cards. Maybe overtime is in the cards. I mean, it's on the card. Maybe it's in the cards. Mark said that was a gift of a continuation. It was indeed, which is why I was a little hesitant on the call there as to whether or not they were going to count that floater from Hero or not. But they did. Going to give him 1 more free throw off of the foul. 37 seconds to go. And Hero gets the free throw to go down. Their first made free throw of the night. Here comes Kobe White, quickly rushing it down the other way. They're probably looking for a 2-for-1. Ball coming to his left, sees a hard hedge inside the White, inside the Grant Williams, has it in the paint, under the rim, bullies his way to the basket, can't get the floater to go down over Hawkins. A lot of contact, no foul called. Mitchell with the rebound, pushing it the other way, and they're going to hold it for what should be the final shot of the quarter, as there's about a 1 second difference between game clock and shot clock. About a 1.5 second difference between game clock and shot clock. Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by Lamelo Ball. Mitchell coming to his right, shot clock winding down. He's just going to isolate down the lane, loses the handle, picks it back up. Wild floater attempt, and that's going to end our first half. A three-quarters court heat from Bridges as the top of the backboard, and that's going to end it. What a terrible offensive possession for the Heat there. They didn't even run a pick and roll, didn't run any other actions. It was just Davion Mitchell isolation one-on-one. He didn't even get the ball to Tyler Hero. Brother, what? What was that from Davion Mitchell? I expect more from him as a point guard. Randy, what's up, Randy? Happy to see you, brother. You just said, obviously, you're reading the cards wrong. That there might possibly be overtime, brother? It's a 2-point game at halftime. Okay. Vincent said ball takes Bam out is the only way they can win. Third quarter belongs to the Hornets. We'll see. We will see. It's been a back and forth affair. Miami takes a 2-point lead into halftime here. We will see whether or not Bam Adebayo returns to the game, about whether or not he starts this third quarter. Is Bam coming back out unique? We don't know. He is questionable to return. We'll see. CJ Trent said this camera footage on his game is trash. Like the camera footage of the actual game, it's not great. D said Hero needs to get going ASAP. Yeah, they really didn't get much. I mean, their leading scorers is Andrew Wiggins and Davion Mitchell, which is nice. But it's not a recipe for success overall for the Miami Heat here tonight. And by the way, their second leading scorer is Kelly Ware with 8, right? Tyler Hero with 7 points on 8 shot attempts is not good. Not good at all for Tyler Hero. And then you also have off the bench Norman Powell, 9 minutes, 4 points. I think you kind of got to play Norman Powell a little bit. You might want to get both of them on the court at the same time. I know they're both defensive liabilities, but man, you got to get some offense going at some point here, and you're going to want to get Norman Powell in there for more than 9 minutes and a half. Averages 22 points per game. He's your leading scorer on the team. I don't love it. I don't love the rotations tonight from Spoelstra. I know it's tough. He didn't have a ton of time as both players were constantly in and out of the lineup. So this necessarily wasn't a problem you had time to figure out during the regular season, but you got to find more minutes for Norman Powell. You just do. Vin said you calling a good game unbiased? Well, I am unbiased. Appreciate you, Vincent. I am unbiased. I'm not a fan of either team. Fan of basketball. Room for a good game. For the record, what's a record? Overconfidence can be suicidal to any team? Absolutely can. Absolutely. Do I think that applies to either team here tonight? Do I think any team has been overconfident? I don't think so. I think both teams are just playing hard. Yeah, I don't think overconfidence applies to either team tonight, though. I wouldn't say that. You said most definitely Bam not coming back, but you can keep hope alive. We'll see. We will know for sure. If he starts the third quarter, then obviously he's playing. If he doesn't start the third quarter, then he's probably out the rest of the game. Yak said if Bam landed this hard on his tailbone, he might not be back. Yeah, he landed hard on his tailbone. All his weight fell on his back, landed on his tailbone. Really, really tough. Greg said Miami versus Philly probably next. Do you think Orlando beats Philly? I think I'm still taking Philly, even without Embiid, over a dysfunctional Orlando team right now. Nick Yak said Atlanta is too overconfident. I mean, I don't know if we could attribute their fan base being overconfident with their team being overconfident. I don't know about that. But we'll see. We'll see come game one. We'll see on Saturday if they are overconfident or not. We'll see, man. We'll see. Playoff basketball is different than regular season basketball, which, by the way, we are at halftime. So shout out our halftime sponsors, our guys over at Get Off My Lawn Records. You can go to their website. Absolutely go to their website. Check them out. GetOffMyLawnRecords.com. Where you could also check out their band and their music, the Jazz Destroyers. You could also check out any of their featured artists as well. And if you're musically inclined in any way, you can reach out to them. They could absolutely help you out or, at worst, point you in the right direction. You can also sign up for their mailing list to get notified whenever they themselves drop new music or any of their featured artists. You could also check out the YouTube channel. The Jazz Destroyers have their own YouTube channel, as well as Get Off My Lawn Records. But they were also generous enough to also give us a discount code over at bandcamp.com. So you use promo code Sheffy to get 20% off. Bandcamp.com, site-wide. Appreciate you guys. Fear the Deer said VJ Edgecombe is good when Joel Embiid is hurt. I mean, Edgecombe has done a fantastic job this season, you're right, of stepping up when they've needed him to. They do have a healthy Paul George. They have a healthy Tyrese Maxey and a healthy VJ Edgecombe. They could still win. They have centers who can step in and be serviceable, be good enough, right, between a Dembona and Andre Drummond. They got a good second. They have a good backup center and a quality third string center. So, you know. Tiz said we had our end of the season looked bad because we had no Maxey, Embiid, PG, or Drummond. I think for the most part, Philly looked fine to end the season. I know what you mean. Yeah, players were sitting out for sure, just trying to rest and get ready for the play-in tournament. They knew they were going to be in the play-in. Greg said Philly lost a couple, gets hot. Orlando wins a few, gets out of control. Ahmed said, hey, get off my lawn. I got in trouble for telling the peace officer to get off my lawn. Let's take a look at the Charlotte Hornets here. Who else played? Yeah, just Paul. I thought Paul Larson was really good off the bench for them as well, by the way. Thought his defense was solid. Thought his rebounding was really important. He's only credited with one rebound, but he did a really good job of keeping a couple of possessions alive for them. Bernard Johnson. What's up, Bernard? Miles Bridges tonight, the star of the show, along with Lamelo Ball. 15 for Bridges, 17 for Lamelo Ball, and really not much from anybody else. Brandon Miller has 3 points on 1 for 4 from the field. Only played 10 minutes because of foul trouble. Diabate, 0 points, 4 boards for Diabate. 1 assist as well. He has 2 offensive rebounds. By the way, our bingo card has Diabate for 4 offensive rebounds tonight. He's halfway there. Con Knipple, 2 for 9 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3, and 6 points. The lights may be a little too bright for Con Knipple here tonight, man. Yak said, we're having a much-needed great game. I wouldn't call it a great game. He is having a solid game. But Khalil Ware is more than capable of having a much better outing than he had so far here tonight. He's 2 for 6 from 3. 6 of his 7 field goal attempts come from 3. You're 7 feet tall, brother. You got to give me something closer to the basket every now and again. And also, if you're going to shoot that many threes, you got to make more than 2 of them, right? He does have 7 rebounds, which is nice. He does have two nice big old blocks, which is nice. I think he's done a really great job of battling inside, but I need a little bit more than 6 3-point attempts on 7 shot attempts. Just a little bit more. Vincent said the key to this game is Khan choking, and if they keep going to him, they lose in the ball, and Ball needs to take over in the third quarter for his breakout game. I mean, LaMelo Ball's got 17 first-half points, 14 shot attempts. He's half of them have come from three-point range, 2 for 7 from three-point range. The guy they really need to step up, I think a little less of Con Knipple would do them well, and a little bit more Brandon Miller. Hopefully he can stay out of foul trouble. Would do the Charlotte Hornets well here tonight. For the record, Miller and Khan need to start scoring for Charlotte to win. Otherwise, they will play second fiddle. Yeah, I mean, look, man, a steady diet of Miles Bridges threes. Half of his shot attempts come from three-point range, and he's 3 for 4 from 3. Maybe he just has a hot night from three-point range, which he can. He's very inconsistent from 3. Tonight may just be one of the nights where he has it going. Clearly, 3 for 4 from 3 is really good. But 17 points from the Ball, 15 points from Miles Bridges, and nobody else over 6. Con Knibble has 6, but everybody else 4 or less, right? Ryan Kalkbrenner has 4. He's their next leading scorer outside of your two go-to guys in Ball and Bridges tonight. So, yeah, I won't wear inside. He could control the boards. I mean, he's doing a really good job with the boards. He got 7 rebounds here against Diabate, which is good. Who's a very good rebounder and held him to only 4 rebounds here tonight as a whole for the Miami Heat. They've done a really good job of holding Diabate down. He's got 2 offensive rebounds, 2 defensive rebounds. For the most part, done a really good job of keeping him off the glass. But, yeah, I want to see him inside more too, yeah, absolutely. Strange Time said Wiggins going to school these kids soon. He can. He's done it before. NBA champion Andrew Wiggins. But even off their bench, they need somebody to step up off their bench. Grant Williams hit 1-3. Kalkbrenner had 2 tip-ins. And then Kobe White, 1 for 6 from the field. So Kobe White, Con Knippel, Brandon Miller, at least one of those guys has to get it going. Only being down by 2 points with really just Ball and Bridges really saved the day. We know LaMelo Ball is going to get his. He's going to hoop. Right? He's going to throw up crazy shots. He's going to knock a couple of them down and whatnot. So he'll get his points. He'll keep his team alive. But he's going to need other guys to step up with him if they actually want to win this game here tonight. This is do or die. This is win or go home for the Charlotte Hornets here tonight. So after the miraculous run that they had to even get to this point where they're in the play-in, could all come crashing down here tonight and can end up being a somewhat forgettable season. Obviously, they'll have start of the year next year. They'll be fully healthy and ready to go, so they'll have a much better season next year. Hopefully, in their eyes, hopefully they'll make the top 6 as opposed to having to fight out of the play-in this year. But after everything that you did this year, to have it all come crashing in the end by not being able to beat the Miami Heat would be really disappointing end to the Charlotte Hornets after they really filled their heads with, dreams of possibly battling the Pistons in the first round and having this upset. Right? Now it's a 2-point game, could still go either way. And again, the Charlotte Hornets really fortunate to be in a position where Bam Adebayo did not play majority of that second quarter as Lamelo Ball with a dirty trip on him to get him out of the game. And only having Ball and Bridges have anything going here tonight is really fortunate for them. Mark said, even the halftime show dudes were shocked Revs didn't look at the Bam injury. Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's pretty crazy. Ebony said, they won't lose this game with no Bam in there. We'll see. In their house, very fair. The Hornets are at home. So they have the advantage in that. Ebony said, do you think that was a trip? Oh, 100% without a doubt. What do you mean? He grabbed the foot of Bam Adebayo and swiped it out of the air as Bam was leaning backwards. 100%. Purposeful, too, by the way. Mark said, show the replay. All right, let's see if we can find the replay. Probably will. We could also look at our board here, our bingo board. Let's look for the play real quick on the internet. Ebony said, I think he was trying to help him with his balance. By swiping at his foot? How is that helping him with his balance? Keep your hands away from the guy's feet as he's off balance. That's not helping a guy. If I just look up Bam Adebayo, right? It'll come up. Yeah. It will indeed come up. They'll definitely get the stream out of here, but he goes up. Shot gets blocked. He falls on the floor. Bam. Trying to leave. All right, come on. Here we go. Let me get my head. This is trying to help a guy. This is trying to help a guy. By swiping at his foot, knocking it away. That's trying to keep him on balance? What? What are we talking about? Swipes it. Follows through. Doesn't have his arms and trying to flail or get up or find his own back. He's laying on the ground. He's already fell. In full speed. Looks crazy. Boom. That's tough. In slow-mo speed. Frame by frame. Falls on the floor. Hand on the ground. Does not need to move his hand. Grabs it. Wraps the wrist around it. Makes sure he has contact with the foot. And then doesn't stop there. You fall on the floor. Maybe your arms go forward because you're trying to maybe get up. You make contact with his hands. And instead of being ooh, or make contact with his foot, instead of being ooh, let me pull my hands back or anything like that, you follow through. You continue to push the foot out of the way. That's, God, oof. Not a good look at all. Vince said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Yeah, but that's not cheating. Purposely injuring a guy is not cheating. or purposely putting a guy in a position to be injured is not cheating. Mark said, if Bam were Brunson, we'd be losing our minds. Oh, for sure. For sure. We would be inconsolable right now. We would, people would be storming Charlotte Arena. I don't know what their arena is called. We would be storming Charlotte Arena tonight. It's a rough look. It's a rough look. He's going to be fine, and nothing's going to happen. He wasn't ejected. Nothing's going to happen. They're going to sweep it under the rug and keep it moving. It is what it is. What's up, brother? We're going to start the second half here. We'll see if Bam Adebayo comes out. But real quick, let's take a look, see what we got. We have our free space, obviously. We've had a deep three here tonight. We've had a 24-second violation. We had a jump ball. We're not particularly close to any kind of bingo. We've only had 3 things happen tonight, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye. We still have 40-point quarter available, which is possible. Lamelo, which is possible. All the Bam stuff likely out of the way now. Bam 3 threes, Bam double-double. We'll see if he starts the second half here. Who knows? We're now coming back out. We'll see if he comes out. We'll fully know, but we'll see. Kobe White for 20 points kind of seems not like it's not going to happen. Same with Con 5 threes. It kind of seems like that's done. Ware does have 2 blocks, so he's 1 block away from that. If Charlotte Hornets start to knock down some shots, we can see Lamelo with the double-double. We could. Hero is going to have to get it going offensively here, so 25 points is still on the table, but looking unlikely. 2 consecutive missed free throws still possible. Player fouls out. Brandon Miller. Could get Brandon Miller fouling out here tonight. He's in foul trouble. No coach's challenge as of yet. No travels yet. Diabate with 2 offensive rebounds. We'll see. Miller with 30 points. Likely not going to happen. Could get overtime. Jaquez 15, 5 and 5. We didn't look to check Jaquez's stat line, but no Bam double-double likely. Any player triple-double likely not going to happen. No Bam Adebayo. No Bam Adebayo to start the second half. Here we go. Not a good look. As Miami now has to battle it out without their best player and their leader, their captain. But here we go. Miles Bridges got a fire 3 at the shot clock buzzer. Can't get it to go. Good box out and rebound from Khalil Ware there. All right, let's get this out of the way now. Let's get back to our game. Here we go. Jaquez has it up top. In and out dribble. Crosses over to his left. Down the lane. Euro. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Wiggins along the baseline. Throws up the floater. Can't get it to go. Long rebound, and Diabate clears it. Here comes LaMelo Ball bringing it down the other way. 54-52. They get over to Miles Bridges in the high post being guarded by Hero. Isolating. Has him in the post. Backing him down in the paint. Kicks it out to Miller. Swings it over to Ball. Ball up top. Coming to his left. Pulls it back out. Dancing with it. Coming to his right off the Diabate screen. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Got it to go for LaMelo Ball. I like LaMelo Ball mixing in the pull-up threes along with the attacking in the paint. This time he knocks down the pull-up jumper, but also getting to the rim multiple times here tonight. I like that from his game. Jaquez in the post, driving it down against Miller. Drop step, throws it up with the right-hand hook. Got it to go for Jaquez there. Brandon Miller with the 3 fouls. Jaquez is just going to relentlessly attack him. They put Tyler Hero on Miles Bridges here. He kicks it out to Miller up top, pulls it out as Hero switched onto him. Brandon Miller's going to look to attack down the lane. Pump fake, fall-away jumper from Miller, and he got it to go down. Raymond, what's up, Raymond? Mark said, still no Bam, oh boy. Yeah, and if he's not going to start the second half, he's likely done for the night. Jaquez pulls it all the way back out. Dancing with it. Miller switches onto him. Jaquez is going to look to attack, knowing Miller's got the 3 fouls. They leave it off inside. Wiggins, a little floater. Can't get it to go, but Khalil Ware right there with the one-handed putback slam. There he is, Nick Yak. Starting to dominate the board, starting to dominate the paint. LaMelo Ball, Euros down the lane, throws up the floater, can't get it to go. But because Khalil Ware had to step out and contest the floater, Diabate got positioning and got the tip in of his own. We're tied at 58 with under 10 to go. They get it over to Hero on the right wing, being guarded by Miller. Attacking to his left, down the lane, leans in the paint. Somehow kept it alive and was not out of bounds. Kicks it out to Jaquez, who knocks down another 3. Jaime Jaquez knocking down threes is a huge development for this Heat team. LaMelo Ball up top, coming to his right, dancing with it, being guarded by Hero. Ball, dancing with it, coming to his left, off the Diabate screen, down the lane, snakes it back to his right hand, across the paint, scoop away with the right hand, got it to go over Khalil Ware. Excellent manipulation and finish from LaMelo Ball there. He's having a fantastic night. Here comes Jaquez up top to Mitchell, over to Hero. Hero up top. Ball switches onto him. He's going to dance with it, look to isolate, swings it over to Mitchell. Mitchell being guarded by Brandon Miller. Mitchell pulls it all the way back out. He's going to isolate, leans in, bump, throws up the floater, comes up short, ball knocked loose. But Mitchell able to pick it up. Excellent job from Khalil Ware to keep these possessions alive, even though he can't snag the rebound. They swing it over to Tyler Hero dancing with it, coming to his left against Lamelo ball. Swings through down the lane, loses the handle on the ball, out of bounds. And the ball looks like it's going to go back to the Charlotte Hornets. Lonavona said nobody wants to go home. Nobody wants to go home. Mark said, where is the step up? I really like the way he's come out to start this quarter. 10 points, 9 boards so far for Khalil Ware. Ball gets it over to Con Knippel. Knippel gets it over to Ball. Right wing three for Lamelo Ball. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Rebound to Diabate. Diabate hands it off the ball. Ball coming to his right. Down the lane. Baseline floater gets blocked by Mitchell, but a foul on Davion Mitchell, who immediately signals to his coaching staff and his bench to challenge it. Mark said, why is Hero trash at driving the ball? Well, he does get it clean up top. And there's no real body contact there either. Looks like he gets it clean up top. And here comes the challenge. And that's a bingo card. That's a bingo spot. Why is Hero trash at driving? I don't know. It could be his slight build. It could be his over-reliance on floaters. Inability to get all the way to the basket. But we got something else on the bingo card. We got a coach's challenge. Doesn't really help our ability to get a bingo here tonight, though, I will say. Because it's right next to the free spot. By the way, these are all randomly assigned. I'm not really thinking too hard about, like, well, how does this one fit in? Can this one allow us to get bingo? I'm just kind of filling them in at random. Jay Hammer said, any Duke players in the game? Duke. Where? Wiggins is Kansas. Ware was Oregon and Indiana. Mitchell was Baylor. Hero was Kentucky. Jaquez was UCLA. Bridges was Michigan State. Diabate was... Where was Diabate? Diabate was... Where was Diabate? Now I'm forgetting. Diabate was USC? Michigan. Oh, he was Michigan. Diabate's Michigan. Brandon Miller was... Why do I not know this off the top of my head? Arkansas? Brandon Miller was Arkansas, right? Mark said prizes, memberships. I think memberships being the prize is pretty solid. I gotta say. I do like that. Queen said, did you watch the draft? I saw some of the highlights from the draft, but I didn't sit down and actually watch it. Brandon Miller is Arkansas, no? Brandon Miller is Alabama. I knew it was a red team. Alabama, that's right. That's right. Lamelo Ball is Australia, the NBL, as well as Lithuania, as well as, I guess, out of high school. Okay. Con Knippel's from Duke. Con Knippel's from Duke. Con Knippel's the Dookie in the game right now. Yak said very impressive with that college knowledge. I mean, I missed a couple of obvious ones. Diabate from Michigan, and Miller's the obvious one. Top two pick, right? The number 2 overall pick. I can't remember. He's from Alabama. Carson said, Sion James. That's all I know. Sion James? Do I know where Sion James is? No, I don't know where Sion James off the top of my head. Where is Sion James? Oh, I don't have a player graphic for Sion James. All right, we can look it up real quick. Sion James, do you guys know? Sion James, I want to say, I feel like he's a Baylor guy, no? Duke. Sion James did go to Duke. Now I remember. He did go to Duke. Dang it. I did know that. Angel A1 Jerome, what's up, Angel? Villain.tv TV said Hornets need a run. Both teams need a run. Both teams desperately need a run. All right, here we go. Getting back into it. 1-point game. 8:30 to go. Clean block. Successful challenge. No foul. And possession goes to Miami after Khalil Ware picked up the loose ball. As Jones said, put White in. White did not have a particularly good first half, but he will obviously come in at some point here. Is he in the game now? He's not in the game. Zion James is in the game. Brandon Miller at the scorer's table. Davion Mitchell gets it over to Ware. Ware up top, hands it off to Hero. Hero, pass fake, in the paint, gets some space, throws up the floater. Got it to go for Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero's got to get it going here with no Bam Adebayo for the remainder of the game, it seems like. Ball has it up top, dances with it against Hero, comes to his right off the screen, crosses over to his left, driving it down in the paint, leans in, draws the foul, and gets the floater to go down as he rattles it in, just kind of flipped it up towards the rim and gets it to go down. Just that said, I'm going to nap until the next game. Get your naps in. Get your naps in if you need one. For sure. We got the doubleheader going. We got 2 elimination games. Well, no, not necessarily. The next game is the Western Conference 7-8 game. So that is not an elimination game, as the loser of that game will still have one more opportunity. Lanamonis said they may go to overtime. They may. They may. It would help us out. Lamelo Ball knocks down his and one free throw. Mark said, you see Melo join the Heat huddle? I do love when players do that. Hero has it up top. We're tied at 63, under 8 minutes to go. And Hero gets tripped up by Con Knipple there, and the foul is called. Bruce said, 9 likes for a playoff game. Come on, guys, we can do better than that. I don't even keep track of the stream. The only thing I have up is the broadcasting software. Now, I don't even have the YouTube app up open anymore because now I need to have the bingo card open so we can adjust as the game goes on. They swing it out. Hero, right wing 3 for Hero. Got it to go. Hero knocking down perimeter shots now. And they're going to need him to heat up here. Here comes a ball over to Miller. A straightaway 3 for Brandon Miller. And he responds right back with a 3 of his own as the Miami Heat don't get back to match up. Really poor defensive stretch there. They swing it out. Wiggins wide open left corner 3. Can't get that one to go off the back of the rim. A long rebound over to Con Knipple. Here comes Miles Bridges bringing it down. Bridges up top. Coming to his right off the Con Knipple screen. Crosses over to his left. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it along the baseline. Tries to throw up the floater. Gets swatted out of the air by Khalil Ware. Hit ahead to Wiggins, who throws down the one-handed hammer. And the Hornets and the entire arena wanted to go 10 on Ware. They might have a real gripe about that. But he gets credited with the clean block. I think it's the 3rd block for Khalil Ware. We'll check the box score to double check it because I do believe I have Ware for 3 blocks here. Somewhere. Con Knipple gets it over to Miller over the top on the pass. Spins off a Hero. Down the lane in the paint. Pump fake. Leans in. Floater gets blocked by Khalil Ware. Another block. They get it over to Jaquez. Hit ahead to Wiggins. And another one-handed hammer for Andrew Wiggins out on the break. Back-to-back exact plays. Ware gets the block. Hit ahead to Wiggins for the one-handed slam. Here comes Ball bringing it down the other way. It's 70-66, 6:30 to go in this, and as I never restarted timer, my bad. Ball pull up 3, can't get it to go, but Diabate drops in from the rafters for the two-handed putback. And it's still in a 2-point game, approaching a 6-minute mark halfway through this 3rd quarter. Jaquez has it up top, being guarded by Miles Bridges. Jaquez pulls it out, kicks it over to Hero. Hero swings through to his right on Knipple. Mid-range pull-up jumper for Hero. Can't get that one to go. Diabate the rebound. Here comes the LaMelo Ball. They swing it over to Bridges. They Katire take the lead. Bridges coming to his right, down the lane, swings it out to Miller. A left wing 3 for Miller, off the back rim. Rebound to Tyler Hero, pushing it the other way. Hero has it up top. Pass fake, over to Wiggins, in the paint. Layup, got it to go for Andrew Wiggins. Finishing excellently in the paint tonight for Wiggins. Nice pass from Hero. Starting to take over a little bit. Conducting the offense with no Bam Adebayo as an option. Ball has it up top. They get it over to Bridges. Bridges over to Diabate. Diabate in the high post. Straight away. They try to get it down low to Con Knipple. Khalil Ware just sticks the foot out and kicks it. It is absolutely a goaltend. They showed that replay on what was the controversial non-goaltend call for Khalil Ware. But he gets credited with the block. What do we have for Ware here? Right? Do we have Ware for offensive rebounds or do we have Ware for blocks? We did. Ware for 3 blocks. There it is. Got Ware for 3 blocks, baby. We got 5:25 to go. Why did I stop the timer? Keep going, timer. We're past the 6-minute mark. We're past the halfway point. All right, we'll adjust our bingo card in a minute. But we have Diabate up top. Hands it off the ball. Coming to his left. Pass fake. Over to White. Back to Ball. Ball driving to his right. Down the lane. In the paint. Gets caught. Kicks it out. Zion James. Extra pass. Miller. Ran up the line. Step back 3 over Jaquez. Well contested. And he got it to go down anyway. For Brandon Miller. A step back three with the shot clock winding down. Excellent defense from Miami, forcing multiple extra passes and then ultimately running Miller off the line, but he shoots the step back three anyway and he gets it to go down. Wiggins in the paint, gets blocked but fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2. And Kobe White adamantly telling the official, that's on me. Give the foul to me. Don't give the foul to Brandon Miller. And I think they are indeed going to give the foul to Kobe White, I believe. They have yet to put it up here. But I believe that foul is to Kobe White. Cactus Black. What's up, Cactus Black? Diabate has 4 offensive rebounds. He does have 4 offensive rebounds. We'll double check both the blocks and the rebounds. I'm pretty sure we got that. I agree with you, Cactus. But we'll double check it during the next timeout break. Make sure we're correct. And then we'll adjust our bingo card. We have under 5 minutes to go, so we're going to let our timer catch up here. Wiggins knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? I missed Chi-Chi in the chat. Let me scroll back. My guy Chi-Chi said. He said, although I like Charlotte, I'd rather Miami advance. Detroit would sweep Charlotte. I think they would too. I don't think it's a particularly good matchup between Charlotte and Detroit there. I don't know if it's a good matchup between Miami and Detroit either. I think Detroit kind of steamrolls both of those teams in a sweep. All right, here we go. We are under 5 minutes to go. Wiggins did knock down both of his free throws. It's a 3-point lead for Miami. Ball gets it over to Grant Williams up top. Grant Williams gets it over to Miller. Miller coming to his right after the double screen. Hero picks him up. Miller dancing with it. Coming to his left off the Grant Williams screen. They leave it off Grant Williams. Straightaway 3. Comes up short. Long rebound. Pell Larson able to pick it up. Good gang rebounding for the Miami Heat here tonight. They lob it down low to Ware, who gets the pass down low, and he quickly goes up for a two-handed hammer. Ware playing very well in this third quarter, and they desperately needed him to with no Bam Adebayo. Mark reminded people to hit the thumbs up button and like the stream. Appreciate you, Mark. Absolutely. If you guys are enjoying the show so far, hit the thumbs up button, like the stream for the first play-in game of the season. First play-in game of the night. Mark said, I called it. Ware got to take over. He has to. He has to. You're right. 12 points, 11 rebounds so far for Kel'el Ware. Can we get a 15-15 game for Kel'el Ware? Also, let's go through we have 4:30 to go. There we go. We're caught up. Let's go through the box score. Let's see. Mr. Grazer. What's up, Mr. Grazer? Happy to see you again. He said, come on, Charlotte. As a Celtic fan, I hate Miami. As a Knicks fan, I hate Miami as well. All right, let's check. We have Ware for 3 blocks, which I'm pretty sure he got, right? Kel'el Ware is credited with 4 blocks here tonight. There we go. Let's adjust that. That helps. We need Jaquez 15, 5, and 5, and we can check where Jaquez is currently sitting in his stat line. Or a bingo card. So we'll do that. Boom. Oh, I don't need to do that, but we can do that. There we go. And then we have Mark said, I hate what Ball did to Bam, so go Miami. Yeah, I kind of witch on that one too. Ebony said, Ware stepping up. He is indeed. He is indeed. And then we have someone said Diabate has 4 offensive rebounds. Let us double check that. He has 5 offensive rebounds here tonight, so that's another one. Diabate with 4 offensive rebounds. That one also doesn't particularly help. We could check Jaquez too before we leave this right here. Diabate with 4 offensive rebounds, and boom. There we go. So Jaquez, we need 15, 5, and 5 from here tonight. Jaime Jaquez, 10, 2, and 3. Kind of on pace. Still possible for Jaime Jaquez tonight. Gigi said, Knipple sold tonight. Vegas made the call under for sure. Mr. Gray said, I need Diabate to Sunwear. I hate Bam's fake assisted 83 points. It's in the record book, brother. Nothing fake about it. Doing too much than Miami got Khan on lockdown this game. This is huge. They do indeed. They are playing excellent defense on Khan Knipple. He's had some makeable shots that he's missed, but he's also rushing it knowing he doesn't get a ton of open looks. Niall Dimitri, what's up, Niall? Mark Angelo Loretto, what's up, Mark? Khan in trouble now? I mean, he's been in trouble all game. He's been in trouble all game. He is, 1 for 9? 2 for 9 from the field and 0 for 5 from three-point range for 6 points, which is not getting it done. Brandon Miller actually being able to play in the second half, not being in foul trouble, has helped. He's up to 11 points. So here's our bingo card now. Here's our updated bingo card. We need Jaquez 15, 5, and 5, and we need overtime in order to hit bingo in the middle there. Bam 3 threes is kind of out of it with him not returning. Hero for 25 still on the table. What does Hero have? As we get back into the game. All right, let's get back into the game. Tyler Hero with 12, though. It's halfway there. It's halfway there. We'll see. We'll see. He's going to have to get hot. Gia fan page. What's up, Sia? Adebayo injured. Adebayo is injured. He's out. Out the rest of the game, it seems. Not officially ruled out, but pretty much out. He did not start the second half. Kobe White has it up top. They get it over to Grant Williams. Ooh, my bad. Wrong scene. Over to the ball, right wing three. Can't get it to go off the back of the rim. Miller, offensive rebound, kicks it out. Kobe White a three, and he knocks it down. There's Kobe White showing up and knocking down a three. Why is my score off? The Ware 2-point dunk I did not get, but Kobe White knocks down that three, 74-76. 4 minutes to go. Hero, down the lane, kicks it out. Davion Mitchell, the straightaway three. Davion Mitchell responds with a 3-point basket of his own. Davion Mitchell also having an excellent night tonight. He's up to 10 points, his third made three. Here comes Ball up top, being guarded by Larson. Ball, dancing with it, swings it over to Miller. Miller on the left wing, swings through to his left, dancing with it, coming to his right, down the lane, in the paint, pump fake, leans in, floater. Where another block? This time they call the goaltend. I don't know if this one was a goaltend. The other one was definitely a goaltend. I don't know if this one was. Daniel Dash, what's up, Daniel Dash? Gigi said, did Melo purposely injure Bam? Missed it. It seems like he purposely tripped him. I wouldn't say purposely injured him, but he definitely put him in a compromised situation. He swiped his foot. Bam was already off balance and knocked him out of the air, and he fell on his tailbone. Larson tried to throw a lob up top to Ware. Not a great pass, but off the fingertips of Ware, you got to be able to come down with that one. Khalil Ware. Lamelo Ball, the step back three. Can't get that to go. Good box out from Ware there on Kalkbrenner. Hero able to come in and snag the rebound. It's a 3-point lead for the Miami Heat here. Hero down the lane, scoop layup with the right hand. Can't get it to drop down as he falls off the front of the rim. Doesn't get the friendly bounce. Here comes Ball bringing it down over to Miller as the trailer. Pump fakes again. Driving it down in the paint. Pump fakes again. Now kicks it in the corner to Grant Williams. Excellent defense from the Heat to not give Brandon Miller an open look there. Ball coming to his left. Hero switches onto him. Ball's going to dance with it. Crossing over to his right off the Kalkbrenner screen. Down the lane, throws up the foul line floater, and LaMelo Ball got it to go down. And we're back to a 1-point game with 2:30 to go here in the third. Wiggins gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell up top, being guarded by Ball. Back and forth affair all night long. No double-digit lead for either side. Hero, pump fake, leans in, gets caught in the air, kicks over to Wiggins, left corner three, misses it too strong. Wiggins now going ice cold from the perimeter. Here comes LaMelo Ball, bringing it down the other way. Ball on the left wing, crosses over to his left, step back, coming to his right, down the lane, in the air, kicks it out to Miller. Good defense from Wiggins to get it up top to White. Kobe White being guarded by Larson. White coming to his left off the Kalkbrenner screen. Pull-up three for Kobe White. Banks it in! The basketball god shining down on Kobe White on that pull-up three and a 2-point lead for the Charlotte Hornets, 81-79, under 2 to go in this third quarter. Hero up top. Hero swings it over to Mitchell. Mitchell up top being guarded by LaMelo Ball. Mitchell coming to his right, down the lane, leans in, kicks it out the last second. Khalil Ware, he's going to fire up a three looking for a response. Too strong, throws up a brick. Rebound by Kobe White. Here comes LaMelo Ball. The crowd on their feet over to Grant Williams. This could explode the ceiling, and he throws up an air ball. Hits the side of the backboard, no foul call, but Pell Larson slips and falls. Kobe White picks up the loose ball, and he dribbles it down and knocks down the three. Kobe White exploding in this third quarter, particularly to end it. And just like that, a 5-point lead for the Charlotte Hornets gets built up. Kobe White up to 8 points on back-to-back threes. 3 straight threes, by the way. He knocked one down on the offensive rebound from Brandon Miller. Banked one in off the bounce. And then picks up the loose ball after Pell Larson slipped and fell. On a wet spot. That sucks. Just slips on a wet spot. And Kobe White picks up the loose ball, dribbles it down, and knocks down the straightaway three. He's up to 11 points now. I will say 9 points away. 9 points away from our bingo card. We got Kobe White for 20 points here. But we're not going to get the Bam double-double. We still don't have a wedgie. Probably not going to get Khan for 5 threes. He's 0 for 5 tonight. Gigi said, I need Khan in the game. For the record, said LaMelo seems to be constipated. He's forcing crap. LaMelo's playing excellent tonight, brother. I don't know what you mean. I think Lamelo's been fantastic for the most part. The only player on this team who can self-create. Him and Kobe White. Zane said Bam 83 not being on the bingo card. I thought about Bam for 80 points, Zane. I did think about putting Bam for 80 points on the bingo card, but ultimately I didn't go with it. And honestly, good move by me. Not because Bam's not capable, because he got injured. All right, here we go. Back into it. 10-0 run for the Hornets. Miami's got to respond. 3 straight threes for Kobe White will do it. They get it over to Norman Powell, who's finally subbed back in. Have not seen Norman Powell since the first half. Powell at the foul line. Pass fake. Is he injured? What's going on with Norman Powell? Davion Mitchell up top looking to isolate down the lane. Lefty layup. Got it to go for Davion Mitchell, who has been excellent tonight. My goodness. Finally put the stop to the 10-0 run. And it's a 3-point game. Here comes Lamelo Ball bringing it down, being guarded by Mitchell. Davion Mitchell with 15 points tonight. Lamelo Ball up top. Winding down some time. Coming to his right. Off a Knipple screen. Pell Larson switched onto him. I don't know if this is a better matchup or what, but they get over to Kobe White. Jab step coming to his right down the lane in the paint. Scoop layup. Got it to go for Kobe White, who's exploding here in this third quarter offensively. They get it into Jaquez. Jaquez bringing it down. Swings it up top to Mitchell. Mitchell coming to his right. Mitchell being guarded by Diabate. Mitchell dancing with it on the right wing. Isolating, crossing over to his left. Ball knocked out of his hands. Picked up the loose ball. Kicks it up top to Norman Powell. Telling everybody, I got this. Now he's going to run a pick. Get Lamelo Ball switched on to him. Norman Powell dancing with it. Down the lane in the paint. Wild scoop layup with the left hand. Got it to go. Off balance scoop layup with the left hand. He got it to go down. And Lamelo Ball is going to walk it down the other way. 10 seconds to go. Timer's a little ahead. We're all right. 5 seconds to go. Lamelo Ball coming to his right. Off a screen. Ball dancing with it. Gets caught in the air. Kicks it out. Kobe White a deep left wing three. Got it to go at the buzzer. Kobe White. The savior of the Charlotte Hornets here. The best trade deadline acquisition of any team this season. Kobe White may be the guy to dig the Charlotte Hornets out. We said it's got to be either one of Kobe White, Con Knipple, or Brandon Miller to step up to help Lamelo Ball here tonight. And Kobe White said, knock, knock, hello, I've been here before. Remember, Kobe White put up a 40-point game with the Chicago Bulls a couple of seasons ago to win a play-in game. And tonight, he is showing up. Kobe White up to 16 points. Mark said, White for 20 points. We thought it was unlikely with the way he was playing. Kobe White for 20 points is now back on the board. He's got 16. 16. We were one made three away from a 40-point quarter. 37 points in that third quarter for the Charlotte Hornets. One made three away. We were almost there. We were almost there. Carson said, you don't realize how loud I just screamed. Gigi said, dang, how Kobe White did not end up on a contender. Price was very high. Contenders don't have a lot to give up. Keith said, Miami is missing Bam's play. He has the skill to back down smaller players. They're desperately missing Bam. I mean, they're missing him offensively. They're missing him defensively. They're missing him everywhere. Missing him as a hub. Missing him as a playmaker. He's the best player on the team. They're going to miss him. Daniel Dash said, I thought Embiid was out for the season. He's likely out for the season. Depends how far Philadelphia could possibly extend their season. It's Jones said, believe it or not, I prayed for Kobe White. I did not say that. Bruce Fowler said, easy with the White talk. He's not him by any stretch. Kobe White? I mean, look, Kobe White, like I said, has a 40-point elimination game under his belt with the Chicago Bulls. Now, I will say, that was also in a 9-10 game, and he had 40 points. I forget who they played. He had 40 points in the game to drag the Chicago Bulls to a victory, and then did not have a very good game in the next one to try and win the 8th seed. And ultimately, Chicago lost anyway, so. Bruce said you should have had White on the bingo board. Mediocre player with limited skill set. You should have had White on the bingo board. He is on the bingo board. Kobe White's on the bingo board for 20 points. Where is he? Where is he? White for 20 points, right here. Kobe White, 20 points. He's got 16. White is there. Nigiak said, game is far from over. Miami has been the better team. I think overall they've had more players step up here tonight, but the Charlotte Hornets, and I've said it many times tonight, are the most explosive team in the NBA. The most explosive offensive team for sure. So while Miami has been, for the most part, pretty consistent, 24, 30, 29 in quarter scoring, have stayed toe-to-toe with the Charlotte Hornets here, 26, 26, and then suddenly a 37-point explosive quarter off of the back of Kobe White getting hot from three. All right, but here we go. We're going to start this fourth quarter now. Heat get the ball, and here we go. Ware has it up top. Forgot to give Kobe White that deep three there. Norman Powell swings it up top to Jaquez. Jaquez dancing with it, coming to his left, behind the back, coming to his right, down the lane, leans in, ball knocked out of his hands, picks it up, throws it up over the backboard, can't get it. Ware tries to tip it up and in, can't get it to go down, and here comes Kobe White. Kobe White coming to his left off a double screen. Kobe White driving it down in the paint, layup. Can't get it to go down, but Diabate right there for the tip up and in after Ware had to come over and contest the Kobe White layup, and just like that, it's an 8-point game. Jaquez has it on the left wing, over to Larson, back to Jaquez. Jaquez being guarded by Bridges, over to Powell. Powell been just absolutely invisible here tonight. Jaquez looking to attack. Bridges off the bounce, flips it up with the right-hand hook, can't get it to go. Rebound to Diabate. They get over to Knipple. Knipple bringing it down. In and out dribble, swings through, down the lane, ball knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. It's going to stay here with the Hornets, though. Stir Show. What's up, Stir Show? Steven Ting. What's up, Steven? I'm calling player to foul out, 2 missed free throws and a travel. I hope we got some more stuff on the bingo card. I'm with you, brother. Knipple can't get another shot to go down out of the mid-range there. Here comes Jaquez bringing it down. Jaquez swings it over to Mitchell. Mitchell up top. Quick crossover to his left. Down the lane. Scoop lay with the left hand. Got it to go for Davion Mitchell, who has been phenomenal here tonight. I mean, without the contributions of Davion Mitchell, I don't know where Miami would be right now. Bridges gets it up top to Kobe White. White being guarded by Larson. Kobe White coming to his right of a screen. Jaquez switches onto him. White inside to Diabate. Turns, flips it up with the right-hand floater. Off of the back of the rim, but he gets a friendly bounce. Hit the rim about 3 times before ultimately falling through. Nice soft touch for Diabate there. Mitchell up top. Swings it over to Jaquez. Swings it over to Powell. Swings through to his left. Double crossover on Knipple. Excellent defense for Knipple. Powell picks up his handle. They swing it back up top to Mitchell. Mitchell again. Now swings it over to Jaquez. He's going to look to attack. Spins to his right. Down the lane. Little fall-away jumper. Throws up at the rim. Can't get it to go. And they call a foul on Miles Bridges. And it causes everybody to stop for a moment there. Late foul call, but they do give him the call. Mark said, Rookie of the Year? For Con Knipple, here's the thing. I was listening to a couple of podcasts. I think this was said on the Hoops Collective with Brian Windhorst and them, where they said that the voters are not getting their ballots until Friday. Charles Lee, by the way, using a challenge here. So voters are not getting their ballots until Friday. This could, even though it's not supposed to, this could absolutely factor into the way people vote. 521 Don, what's up, 521? Hope you're having a good time tonight, brother. Thank you for that subscription. Queen said VJ's Rookie of the Year. He's not even going to get first place votes, Queen. It's coming down between Cooper Flag and Con Knipple. Sunset said Hornets need to win. They need to win. They do need to win. This is do or die. Win or go home. Nazlan said Cooper's him. The dude's really good. He's fantastic. I love Cooper Flag. I absolutely adore Cooper Flag. I love watching him play. I love him as a player. I love him as a personality. Everything about Cooper Flag is great. And I never plugged in my phone. Great job by me. Phone's literally about to die. Mark said Con is small. There are times where I watch Con and I'm like, oh yeah, he's pretty small. And then there are times where I watch Con and he seems big to me. I don't know. I guess depends on who he's matched up with, right? Don said, you're welcome, bro. You're dope. Appreciate you, Don. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're having a good time. Zane said, someone said Keel's getting MVP if the Hawks upset the Knicks in the first round. Daniel Dash said, Jokic MVP? I'm pretty confident the MVP will end up being SGA. But I do respect Jokic and Wemby and even Luka to a lesser extent, unfortunately because of the injury, actually making it a contest. Like it's debatable who you could have for MVP. But I do think ultimately it's going to go to SGA. Stir Show said Knipple versus Flag fight to the death. I don't know about that one. Naughty Ghost said, what up, Naughty Ghost? Looking good for the Hornets. Still hoping for Orlando to beat them in the second match so I can get to a Pistons playoff game. But Hornets would be sick series too. I mean, I definitely don't want the Orlando Magic to make the playoffs just because they're not good. And it seems like they're imploding from the inside. That's what imploding means, so I didn't have to specify that. But it seems like they're imploding, right? Absolutely falling apart. A report just came out earlier today that there's a bunch of dysfunction inside the locker room and that multiple players want Jamal Mosley fired as soon as the season ends, which is just not going to lead to a good playoff run, obviously, right? I think they have quit on Mosley a bit here. If anything, most evident by that final regular season game in which the Boston Celtics played all of their end-of-the-bench guys and a lot of their G League guys, and yet my Orlando, who played all of their guys, could not find a way to win that game. So, Mark said, how many three-point attempts does Ball have? Good eye, Mark. Good eye. Absolutely. LaMelo Ball has 11 three-point attempts. Needs 4 more. Unsuccessful challenge, by the way. It is a foul on Miles Bridges. He's got 11 three-point attempts. He needs 4 more, which he could absolutely do. We know he loves to heave them up there. So Jaquez will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. What else do we have here? Confy 3 is not happening. LaMelo double-double. What's LaMelo sitting with? Oh, no, it's not in the act of shooting, though. Side out of bounds. All right, here we go. Ooh, my bad. Jaquez swings it over to Larson. Larson swings through to his left, down the lane. Euros in the paint, flips it up. Can't get it to go down, but he does draw the foul on Diabate. It's going to the foul line for 2. Zane said, why is Ball prime Steffing? This is how LaMelo Ball plays. He heaves them up there, which is why he's up here on the bingo card for, where is he at? 15 three-point attempts. I think I set a pretty good number there. 15 three-point attempts for LaMelo Ball. Vince said, honestly, they said Jello Ball, who does the same thing as Khan. We are selling Khan. Can't get his own shot off, and I hope he does better in the future. He will do better in the future, brother. He's a rookie. He's had one of the best shooting seasons of the season from any player, rookie or otherwise. And he has had by far the best rookie shooting season of all time. So he'll be better, brother. This is just kind of what happens with rookies. You get exposed in the playoffs a little bit. It happens, which is why rookies rarely end up in the playoffs. Kobe White has it up top being guarded by Jaquez. White crosses over to his left. Swings it over to Miller. Back up top to White. Looks like Miami's in the 3-2 zone here. Trying to muck up the game a bit. Confuse the Hornets. They swing it out. Knipple, right wing 3. They need it. Can't get it to go. Knipple remains absolutely ice cold in this game. Mitchell has it up top, directing traffic to get over to Powell. Quickly swings through to his right. Stops, pump fakes. Kicks it out to Larson. Extra pass to Jaquez. Jaquez up top. He's going to look to dance. Drive it down on Bridges, stops, turns, pump fake, spins, got nowhere to go, kicks it out to Larson, shot clock winding down, he's got to drive it, step back, puts up the 3 over Kobe White, can't get it to go, rebound to Bridges, here comes White. Kobe White bringing it down, turning on the Jets, pulling it back out. Kobe White up top, directing some traffic, coming to his right off the Diabate screen, in and out dribble, stops, pump fake, kicks it out to Knipple up top, and they call a travel, and that's on the bingo card. We got a travel from Kobe White, and it's on the bingo card. We got to travel, folks. We got to travel. The rarely called travel. There it is. There it is. Update that bingo card, baby. We got to travel. Mark said I'd sit Khan. Depends for who. Maybe you throw Zion James in there, who's just giving you a little bit more defensive juice. Norman Powell picks up his dribble again. He just must not be healthy, man. Davion Mitchell in the paint, leans in and throws up a floater. Davion Mitchell continues to be excellent tonight. He's got 17 points. It's back to a 4-point game. Miami slowly chipping their way back into it. White up top, coming to is right up the screen. Pull up straightaway three for White. Breaks it off the back of the backboard. Barely grazes the rim. They get it over to Mitchell. Pump fakes down the lane in the paint. Scoop play with the left hand. Got it to go. Davion Mitchell pulling them back in this game, man. Who would have thought Davion Mitchell would have the night of nights so far here tonight? He's got 19 points, their leading scorer. Kobe White has it up top. Still sitting on those 16 points. White crosses over to his left, over to Knipple. Knipple pump fakes. Splits the defense, kicks it out to Brandon Miller, left wing three, over Jaquez, can't get it to go, bat on the glass for the rebound, and Ware does a great job winning out. He quickly hits ahead to Jaquez, throws the lob up top, and Wiggins throws it down, and the foul over Knipple. Andrew Wiggins on the alley-oop poster. And just like that, we're tied, and Wiggins at the foul line to possibly take the lead. And that's 4 fouls on Con Knipple, which honestly might benefit the Hornets to have a reason to take him out of this game right now. Ty Eagles, what's up, Ty? Art NYC, what's up, Art? The bingo card. All hail the bingo card tonight. Man on a mission, what's up, man? New to the channel, just subscribe to great content, man. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Wiggins at the foul line for one more. He can give them the 1-point lead. 7:49 to go. Villanette TV said, if Hornets make the playoffs, I'm definitely going, let's go Hornets. They got a decent chance of it. But Miami, trying to play spoiler to the darlings of the NBA. A 9-0 lead for Miami to retake the lead. LaMelo ball back in to get over to Miller. Miller coming to his left, hesitates, driving it down in the paint, kicks it out the ball, a deep left wing three for Ball. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound to Wiggins, and the zone absolutely confusing the Hornets here, who are settling for perimeter shot after perimeter shot, not getting anything going to the basket. Oh, Mitchell crossover, left LaMelo ball on his heels, and he knocks down the step back three. Davion Mitchell, the night of nights. 4-point lead for Miami and a timeout for Charlotte. The Charlotte crowd has gone quiet. LaMelo Ball all turned around, not knowing where Davion Mitchell ended up, crossing over on him. He's up to 21 points. My goodness. Absolutely, Mark, quieting that crowd. That crowd absolutely silent after Mitchell crosses over Ball there and then knocks down the step back three. Really good timeout right there, man. Whew. They need to just collect themselves a bit. My goodness. You're seeing the age of this Charlotte team. Haven't been here before. Can they rally back? Can Coach Charles Lee get them back into it? Yak said, told you Miami can score. One of the better, well, their offense kind of faded as the season went on, but still a really good offense this season. Dribble Nerd, what's up, Dribble? Need 2 from Jaquez. Jaquez sitting with, is he in the game right now? He is. 10, 4, and 6. We need 5 more points from Jaquez and 1 more rebound for our bingo card. We got Jaquez for 15, 5, and 5. And then we'll need overtime. And then we'll have bingo. 2 consecutive missed free throws. Need a player to foul out. Brandon Miller still sitting with 3, so not close. For the records, Miami Crocodile death roll. Sorry, Charlotte. Here comes Miami, man. Here comes Miami. Said Mark said you're really relying on Con, a Ball, and a Goey. Pretty much. Really young team for Charlotte. Could play Miami's trying to play spoiler here to the Charlotte Hornets. They really fade as games go on against the top tier teams in the league if it's a close game. I've seen it happen to the Charlotte Hornets. I've seen it happen against the Boston Celtics. I've seen it happen against the Detroit Pistons. Happening right now to the Miami Heat. We'll see if they can find a way to get over that bugaboo and pick off the victory here today. It's do or die, win or go home. This is the 9-10 game. If the Hornets lose, they're out. After the magical season that they've had, the fantastic run that they've had, to go down to the Miami Heat here tonight would be a little bit disastrous. Obviously, I wouldn't call it a failure of a season by any stretch. Fantastic step in the right direction for the Hornets, but to not make it out of this first play-in game for the Hornets, to go down to the 10 seed in the Miami Heat, I don't think would be good. Gabriel Gobi said, yes, just in time for the clutch. I see you, Chevy. Let's go. What's up, Gabriel? Absolutely. Just in time, brother. The Bam-less Miami Heat. Too, Bam. Great point. Bam Adebayo goes down early in the second quarter on the dirty play from Lamelo Ball. And Charlotte's still struggling to get over the hump here. For the record, said Miami, winner go home. Charlotte, winner stay home. Pretty much. But if Charlotte does win, they would have to play a road game to try and get that A seed, so. Yak said Miami has won without Bam quite a few times. They have, but it's not, it's not a good position to be in to play an elimination game without your best player. Obviously, Miami is capable, but look, it's off of the back of Davion Mitchell having a phenomenal night. 10 for 16 from the field for 24 points and 5 assists. Like, I definitely didn't have the Davion Mitchell night on my bingo card. Obviously, I didn't have it on the bingo card. I don't have any Davion Mitchell props. Ball coming to his left, slips it over to Kalkbrenner down the lane, kicks out to Miles Bridges, the left corner three. He comes up short. Ball took the ball on the rebound, took a second bounce on the rim, so a bunch of Miami players mistimed their jump. Grant Williams right there to recover it and flips it up and in. 97-95. Davion Mitchell has it up top, swings it over to Norman Powell coming off the screen. Pump fake, goes in, trying to draw the foul, gets blocked by Brandon Miller. Khalil Ware picks up the loose ball, over to Powell, spins, puts up the three. Got it to go for Norman Powell, who's been incredibly quiet here tonight, but he got that big-time three down. 5-point lead for the Heat here, 100-95. 6:42 to go as we are approaching the halfway point. Bridges extra pass to Grant Williams. Pump fake, sidestep, puts up the right corner three. Grant Williams comes up short. Rebound to Khalil Ware, who has been fantastic here in the second half. 12.16 rebounds for Khalil Ware. 17 rebounds. Got updated. There it is. Andrew Wiggins has it up top to get over to Norman Powell. Tagging to his left, down the lane in the paint. Wild scoop layup with left hand. Got it to go past Miles Bridges. Speaking of Norman Powell being incredibly quiet, here he is getting hot. It's a 7-point lead for the Heat as we approach the halfway point. Ball coming to his right off the screen. They swing it out. Brandon Miller. Pump fake. Sidestep. Puts up the three for Brandon Miller. He misses it. Fight for the loose ball rebound. Kalkbrenner picks it up over Ware, and he flips it up and in. 102-97. Still 5-point game. We're past the halfway point. Mitchell has it up top. Who is that? Diabate over the scores table. Looking to check back in. They swing it over. Ware looking for the three. Ware can't get it to go. Feeling himself a little bit on that one. He had Kalkbrenner there. They get it over to Ball, hit ahead to Bridges, over to Grant Williams, back to Bridges, back to Ball, straightaway three, pump fakes, sets himself, fires the three in the relocation, can't get it to go. Davion Mitchell the rebound, and Charlotte continuing to fire these threes. The variance starting to kill them here in the fourth quarter. They're 13 for 43 from three-point range, not good at all. Wiggins kicks it out, Davion Mitchell the straightaway three. Oh, and the toilet bowls out halfway down for Davion Mitchell. I was about to pop off, but here comes the Hornets off the rebound. Bridges runs into Davion Mitchell. They call the foul on Davion Mitchell. Bridges just throws it up at the rim, and he banks it in. And just like that, it's a one-possession game again, 102-99. Back and forth they go. Miles Bridges, after an explosive first half, 15 points in the first half. That's his first basket and his first points of the second half. We got 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Mark said, a gift, a gift. The basketball god's smiling down on them right now. 102-99, 3-point game. Bridges at the foul line for one more. Zane said, Miami showing up when it matters. These guys got grit, 8-seed finals, all that good stuff. They proved it. They have indeed. They've been here before. They've made the finals as a play-in team. They know what it takes. I know it's without Jimmy Butler this time, but that does not mean that energy, that DNA is still not with this team. The core of that team is still around, sans Jimmy Butler. Obviously, Bam Adebayo, even though he's got hurt and not playing tonight. Tyler Hero. Norman Powell's been in playoff battles. Wiggins has won a championship. I believe Jaquez was on that team as a rookie, right? Mark said, great game, back and forth. Fantastic game. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Simon Joss said, Charlotte lives by the three, they'll die by the three. They might. They might. Or they may continue to live. 2-point game. 5 minutes to go. Man on a mission. Let's go Heat. Back and forth they go, man. It could really go either way. Could really go either way. Gigi said, rookie mistake by Charlotte's coach. Can't leave Melo on the bench. Will two-team is getting hammered and losing the lead. Fair. How many minutes have these guys played tonight? I feel like Lamelo is barely sat. Maybe just trying to steal him a little bit of rest. Lamelo Ball through 42 minutes here tonight. Only played 30 minutes. Right? If he plays the rest of the game and play 35. Yeah, I mean, you're in do or die situation. You got to get your guys between 35 and 40 minutes, I'd say. If he plays the rest of the game, he'll end up with 35 minutes, but that's on the low end. You know? Not a bad point, Chichi. Not a bad point at all. Tend to agree. Gotta have your guys in there. Nick Yak said, there are games Miami plays where 10 minutes. Yep, there is. There is, Yak, absolutely. Mr. Gray said, if Charlotte loses, LaMelo's getting shipped out. He's not getting shipped out. Not after the season, he just said. Mark said, stay on the bench, con artist. Con artist is a crazy nickname. Con artist? Gigi said, nah, get Melo, the one-legged three, do the double bang, and the win. We'll see if we get to that point. But Miami has the ball after the timeout. Hawk is on the right wing, picked up by LaMelo Ball. He's going to put him in the post. Spins off of him along the baseline, spins back the other way. Hawkes gets caught in the air, and it is another travel, this time to Jaime Hawkes. Zane said, take a page from the Celtics book, 25 for 100. Here we go. LaMelo Ball bringing it down, under 5 to go. Ball up top. Coming to his left off the Diabate screen. Hawkes chasing. They get over to Miller, back to Ball. Ball coming to his right off the Diabate screen again, coming to his right. Kicks it up top to Miller, ran off the line, back over to Ball. Ball to 3 over Hawkes. Ball can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound, knocked into the air. Fought for it. Diabate ends up with it and gets fouled by Davion Mitchell. Chaotic Styles, what's up, Chaotic? Make me appreciate the Knicks' bad basketball. The Knicks are, by far, the best fourth quarter and clutch time team in the NBA. By all of the metric stats. They throw a lob to Miles Bridges as Miami just got caught sleeping off the inbound. The camera just finally cut to the action, but just in time to see Miles Bridges catch the lob along the baseline. Powell in the paint, kicks it up top to Wiggins. Wiggins dancing with it, coming to his left, kicks out to Norman Powell. Ball knocked out of the air by Brandon Miller. It'll stay here with Miami. We're tied at 102. Namar said Knicks in 4. Lana Mona said Knicks in 5. I got Knicks in 5 too. Miami playing the zone. By the way, no Tyler Hero right now. Instead, we get Norman Powell. Now Tyler Hero's back in the game. Powell out. Powell is out. Really staggering these minutes for Eric Spoelstra. Wiggins off the dribble, pull up 3. Wiggins got it to go. Andrew Wiggins, former NBA champion, with the Golden State Warriors coming up huge with that pull-up 3, but we got 4 minutes to go. A lot of time left. Ball has it up top, gets it over to Miller, back to Ball. Ball being guarded by Hawkes in the corner. Grant Williams catches, pump fakes, driving to his left in the paint, loses the handle, picks it back up, puts up the follow-away jumper, can't get it to go, flopping around looking for the foul call, doesn't get it. Ware almost throws it away, gets knocked out of bounds by Diabate. It'll stay here with Miami off the rebound. And Diabate comes up limping a little bit, holding on to like his right hip area, like thigh quad muscle, maybe even a little bit of the glutes, stretching it out as he's walking down the court. Not what you want to see if you're a Hornets fan. Hawkes has it up top, being guarded by Miller. Coming to his right, against Ball, down the lane, in the paint. Kicks it out, wild pass. Wiggins, same spot, same result for Andrew Wiggins. Back-to-back threes gives them a 6-point lead. 108 to 102, 3:30 to go. LaMelo Ball has it up top, being guarded by Hawkes. Ball gets it over to Miller, being guarded by Wiggins, coming to his right after the double screen, over the Ball, in the corner to Bridges. Bridges, deep right corner 3, comes up short, rebound to Wiggins, and again, Charlotte living and dying by the 3. Miami's trying to pull off this upset. Here comes Mitchell up top, being guarded by Knipple, coming to his right. Over to Hero, swings through to his left, step back, pump fakes, nowhere to go, hands it off to Wiggins. Wiggins attacking to his right against Knipple. Step back, mid-range, fall away, Andrew Wiggins. Can't get that one to go, too strong off the back of the rim. Rebound to Diabate. Here comes Lamelo Ball, bringing it down. 6-point game, under 3 to go. Ball, hesitation move, blows past Jaquez in the paint, in the air. Wild pass, kicks it out. Brandon Miller, extra pass, got it to go out of the left corner. Big time shot, back to a single possession game. 108 to 105, 2:30 to go. Davion Mitchell up top being guarded by Lamelo Ball. Mitchell coming to his right. Swings it over to Hero. Hero being guarded by Lamelo Ball. Hero isolating. Sees a double team. Pass fake. Kicks it out. Davion Mitchell. Wide open three. And he throws up an air ball. Barely grazes the backboard. They kick it out to Hero. Hero a deep three with the shot clock winding down. And he knocks it down. Tyler Hero, a big-time response after re-entering the game. Not playing the fourth quarter yet, coming in for Norman Powell. Ball sees a double team. They swing it around. Brandon Miller, same spot. Can't get that one to go. Rebound to Diabate. Kicks it out to LaMelo Ball. Straightaway three. He can't get it to go. Long rebound over to Wiggins. You got to run a better set than that and get a better look, LaMelo. The time is not on your side. You're under 2 minutes to go. You're trailing by 6. Don't just heave him up there. Hero has it up top, being guarded by LaMelo Ball. Hero's going to dance with it. Hero attacking to his left against Ball in the lane. Loses the handle, but a foul is called on LaMelo Ball. Hero bailed out a little bit there. Hero trying to make the argument he was in the act of shooting. Daniel Dash said they panicked, Sheffy. They looking like they're panicking, man. They're looking like they're panicking a bit here. A young team hasn't been here before versus a veteran-laden team led by one of the coaches in the league. Kobe White's coming in for Con Knipple. Diabate goes to the bench. Charlotte going small. Grant Williams, Brandon Miller essentially acting as your bigs here. Miles Bridges acting as your big here. Mitchell has it up top. Did Miami respond? No, Miami still has Khalil Ware out there. Hero up top, isolated against Ball. They show a double team. Swings it over to Mitchell. Extra pass. Jaquez with the shot clock winding down. High arcing three. Rainbow three. Can't get it to go. Kobe White with the rebound. Quick hit ahead to Miles Bridges. Throws the lob up top to Miller. Catches. Pump fakes. Has to come down with it. Did not have the space to go up. Kicks it back out to Miles Bridges. And he knocks down a big time clutch three. It's back to a one possession game. 111 to 108. 1:10 to go. Come on, timer, go. Keep up, timer. Come on, brother. Here comes Davion Mitchell. He has it up top, being guarded by LaMelo Ball. Davion Mitchell coming to his left. Crowd starting to get on their feet. They get over to Hero, being guarded by Ball. Hero looking to isolate. Pulls it out. Dancing with it. Crosses over to his right. Hero pulls it back. Sees a double team. Swings it over to Mitchell. Shot clock winding down. He takes the lane. Throws up the floater. In and out. Can't get it to stay. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Miller pulls it out. And they get it over to Ball. It's a 3-point game. We're under a minute to go. Ball has it up top. Shoves it over to Miller. Miller on the left wing, being guarded by Hero. Miller gets it back up top to LaMelo Ball. Slowing things down. Gonna run a pick and roll. Gonna run a horn set. They get it over to Brandon Miller. Miller, back to Ball, extra pass to White. White ran off the line, over to Grant Williams, left corner three over Khalil Ware, comes up short, loose ball rebound. Jaquez picks it up, and he gets fouled, and it's looking like Miami might survive this. The ball finding its way to Grant Williams for the game-tying three-point attempt is not where you want to go if you're Charlotte. Not where you want to go at all. Bruce said this is where Miami experience is showing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Charlotte, this whole fourth quarter, has been heaving up these threes left and right. Get in the paint. Get to the mid-range. Get to a makeable shot. Jaquez misses the first free throw. Charlotte not out of it yet. Tay Cowboys, what's up, Tay? Daniel Dash said if the Hornets lose, they're out. If the Hornets lose, they're out. They're out. This is win or go home. Semi-Pro said time left. 28 seconds remaining. Semi-Pro. My timer's a little bit ahead. Jaquez does at least knock down the second one to make it a two-possession game. We're going to get a timeout from the Charlotte Hornets here. What a game. What a game here tonight. 28 seconds remaining. Remember, guys, we have the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Phoenix Suns right after this one. We're getting the doubleheader going here tonight. Let's go through the box score, see what we got on our bingo card going during this timeout. We had no 4-point plays tonight. Lamelo Ball not with the double-double, 26 and 7, decently close. No ejections, no con 5 threes, hasn't hit a 3 tonight. Hero with 25. What does Hero have? He's been seeing double teams. He's only got 15, no Hero 25. No 40-point quarter here tonight. Ball with 15 3-point attempts. He's got 15. We got Lamelo Ball with 15 3-point attempts, y'all. LaMelo Ball, 15 3-point attempts. We got no wedgies, no players that fouled out, no 2 consecutive missed free throws. Any player triple-double, nobody's got a triple-double here tonight. LaMelo Ball with 26, 4, and 7. Only player close here tonight. Ware's got 12 and 19, by the way. No Bam, obviously. Hawkes, 15, 5, and 5. Hawkes off the bench, 11, 5, and 7. He needs 4 more points. Hawkes, brother. Come on. Lock in, brother. We need 4 more points, Hawkes. Kobe White for 20 points. Kobe White stuck on 16, 18. Kobe White stuck on 16 points after the third quarter. Has yet to score here in the fourth. We'll see about overtime. No overtime yet. Miller for 30 points. He does not have 30 points. Nobody has 30 points here tonight. He has 16, so he's not going to get there. Bam, 3 threes, obviously we don't have. So we only have the one update. LaMelo Ball is taking 15 3-point attempts. Ay. Not what I wanted. All right, here we go. They get it into Kobe White. Kobe White bringing it down. Coming to his right off the screen. Pass fake. Swings it out. Miller puts up the 3. Got it to go for Brandon Miller. And a Miami timeout. Big time shot for Brandon Miller. There it is. 19 points for Brandon Miller now. Woo! And we're going to get a Miami Heat timeout. 18.6 to go. Well contested by Jaime Hawkes. He's there. 18.6 to go. So obviously Charlotte's going to go for the steal or go for the 8 seconds in the backcourt. And if not, they're going to have to go for a steal. Go for a foul and play the foul game at that point. Both teams, after this timeout from Miami, both teams will have 1 timeout remaining. Up there, bingo card, Ball, 15 3-point attempts. Got a 1-point game, 18 seconds to go. Angel A1 Drummond said, you mean there's still a chance? There's still a chance. There's still a chance. Mr. Greaser said, Charles Lee on some Mazzulla-ish. Charles Lee's proven to be an excellent head coach. Charlotte found a guy, man. They found a guy. After a couple of years of middling around with some, not so great coaches in and out, they seemingly have found their guy of the future in Charles Lee. He's been phenomenal this season with his coaching. Mark said, Khan in trouble now because of pressure. Pretty much. Khan Knipple is not ending this game. He's not on the court to finish this one out. Foong Pay said, is it going to be nonstop fouls from here on out? We'll see. Zane said, Charles looking like Bruce right now. Crazy. I don't know if he's got hands like Bruce, but he can coach his butt off. Hawkes will inbound it. They get it in the Hero. Hero. Dribbling it away. And Miles Bridges comes over and fouls him. Hero, excellent play. Smart play from Tyler Hero. They inbounded him. He was wide open to the basket by himself. Excellent play from Eric Spoelstra, by the way, who continues to show he's one of the best coaches in the NBA, if not the best coach in the NBA. Tyler Hero called the ball wide open to the basket by himself. Pump faked. And then was like, I'm not going to take that shot because I'm going to dribble out as much time as possible. Tyler Hero at the foul line for 2. He's an excellent free throw shooter, over 90%. But these are pressure-filled free throws here. 13 seconds to go. Tyler Hero knocks down the first one. Calmly knocks down that first one. He knew that was going in. What's up, Yer? Wiggins went crazy. Wiggins with 27 tonight. Yeah, excellent game from Wiggins. On the season, Tyler Hero, 91.7%. He does not miss these. Bruce Fowler said let too much time run off the clock. They did indeed. After they didn't get the initial foul and they couldn't get a trap and he continued to dribble it out, they should have grabbed him at some point. Miles Bridges had to come from the backcourt to grab him. And Charlotte will use their final timeout here. 3-point game. 114-111. Hero knocked down both free throws. Mr. Gray said he would get smacked by Boston? Well, they would be playing Detroit. This is the 9-10 matchup. So the best Miami could get, the best Charlotte could get, depends who comes out of this game, is a series against the Detroit Pistons as the 1 seed. The best thing they can get is the 8 seed. Lanamona said Charlotte could tie with the 3. They could. And they could give us overtime. They could give us overtime. Tay Cowboy said Josh Hart would have ran back behind the arc to shoot the 3 and steal the game. Semi-Pro said, a Rookie of the Year is over now. Voting ballot was delayed because of the Doncic challenge. Yes, it was. This game will hurt Khan. Some people will not take it into consideration, but he did not end the regular season well at all, and Cooper Flagg ended it like with fire shooting out of his eyes. So, listen, it's a close race regardless. Khan could win it. Flagg could win it. It could go either way. Both players have really good arguments to win it. I don't mind it either way. My vote, I probably lean more towards Cooper Flagg with all of the things that were on his plate this season in terms of like he had to be the initiator. He was the sole guy on that team, particularly after the Anthony Davis trade. I would vote for a Cooper Flagg, but the argument for Con Knuppel is just as strong. Phenomenal season for Knuppel. I just think he was insulated by the fact that he's the third guy on this team. He's got Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball, to play off of. If he doesn't have a good night, Charlotte Hornets aren't going to die. They're not going to lose from it, right? Whereas Cooper Flagg, they have no chance of winning a game that Cooper Flagg doesn't play well in. They get it into Kobe White, fading out of bounds, throws it up there. He got it to go! Kobe White! 10 seconds to go, though. Kobe White, my goodness. Draped all over his jersey, falling out of bounds along the baseline, tiptoeing that baseline, caught it, turned, fired with the defender in his face. He got it to go. 1:14 to go. 1:14 all. 10 seconds to go. What a shot from Kobe White. Now we're on pace for overtime. You can't defend that any better than Pelle Larsson other than to be like 3 inches taller and get the block on Kobe White there. You can't defend that any better. Pelle Larsson all over Kobe White there, made it a difficult catch, didn't allow him to turn and square shoulders up, contested up high, didn't foul, as close as you could possibly be without fouling. Kobe White with 19 points. He's not going to get the 20 unless we get overtime. He's not going to get the 20 that we need, but also we're not particularly close to bingo, so. Felipe said challenge. For the record, said Kobe outshines Melo. You need guys to step up. You need different guys to step up all the time. Not about outshining. Yours said, Taco, you're not ready. Y'all remember what happened last time? Taco? Is there a taco in the chat? Oh, Tay Cowboys? I guess it is. It could be Taco W Boys. But I'm pretty sure it's Tay Cowboys. Bruce Palace said, I guess he is him. After saying he wasn't earlier in the game. Maybe. We'll see. 10 seconds remaining for Miami here. We're tied at 1:14. Got to play it straight up. Mr. Gray said, I was responding to a comment claiming Miami could be Boston. I see, Mr. Grazer. Miami would pretty win that handily. Hero bringing it down, 5 seconds to go. Hero dancing with it. Coming to his right. Miller switched on to him. Hero, the pull-up 3 at the buzzer. Off the back rim. Rebound. We got overtime. We have overtime. Wow. I definitely thought Miami was going to squeak this one away, but Kobe White had other plans. 5 minutes on the clock, the faded 5th quarter. What a start. What a way to start the playoff season with an overtime between the 9-10 game, in the 9-10 game, Charlotte and Miami. Throw 5 minutes back up on the clock, man. There we go. And let's throw in overtime here. We got overtime. overtime here. Boom. We got overtime. There's a reason why it's up there, man. There's a reason why it's up there. Simon Josh said 10 seconds left, and that's the play they call? Oftentimes, at the end of these games, there's not really a play particularly called, especially with 10 seconds remaining. Right? Felipe said 15-5-5. Bingo is live. You're right. I didn't even notice 15-5-5 from Jaquez. He's got the point. He's got the rebounds. He's got the assists. We just need 4 more points from Jaquez. 2 more baskets. Also, we got the faded 5th quarter coming up, so we have to adjust our timer. We got 5 minutes, not 12. Where's our timer? There we go. Set of 12 minutes. Where are we at? Right here. We got 5. There we go. There we go. Throw 5 minutes on the clock. There we go. Suns Jet said Melo shouldn't even be in this game. Justice for Bamonte. Yeah. Sucks. Gigi said Knipple winning this game redemption time. I like it. I like the call. Chichi. CEO King said that bingo card over with. We're almost there. The Jaquez 15-5-5. Pretty much the only one. We don't have a 40-point quarter, right? We do not. We do not have a 40-point quarter tonight. Okay. Here we go. Hello, Ware. He's been excellent tonight. Diabate wins the tip, and he's slow to get up. Is he hurting? Is he hobbling? He's hurting, man. He keeps holding that left side, it looks like. Bridges has it up top. Here we go. Bridges being guarded by Wiggins. Over to White. White, straightaway 3. He's been on fire. Misses that one badly. Battle for the loose ball. Wiggins picks it up. They get it over to Mitchell. Mitchell on the left wing. Jaquez calling for it. They lob it over to Jaquez. He turns to the basket, kicks it out. Wiggins, extra pass to Mitchell. He pump fakes, sidestep, left wing 3 wide open, comes up short, long rebound. Diabate knocks it over to Brandon Miller, who's bringing it down. Miller has it up top, picked up by Wiggins. Miller coming to his left, off the screen, down the lane, snakes it back to his right hand in the paint. Pump fake, spins, fall away jumper over Wiggins. Got it to go for Brandon Miller, and first blood is drawn by the Charlotte Hornets, 116-114, a minute into overtime. Jaquez up top. Gets it over to Mitchell. Coming to right off the Ware screen. Mitchell on the right wing. Picked up by Ball. Mitchell's going to look to isolate. In and out dribble. Coming to his left. Down the lane. Leaves it off. Jaquez in the paint. Loses the handle. Picks it back up. Fall away jumper. Got it to go for Jaquez. We need one more basket from Jaquez, by the way. But we're tied at 116. Ball bringing it down. He has it up top. Coming to his left off the Diabate screen over to Miller. Miller back to Ball. Ball trying to play off the Diabate screen, coming to his left, one dribble, pump fakes over to Miller, extra pass, Miles Bridges, left corner 3, he's open, and he got it to go. Big time shot from Miles Bridges, who has just been fantastic tonight with his shot making, 23 points on 8 for 15 shooting. Hero has it up top, being guarded by Miller. Hero crosses over to his right, off the Mitchell screen. He's got Lamelo ball switched onto him. This is the matchup he wanted. Coming to his right, crossing back over to his left, in the lane, kicks it out. Davion Mitchell, wide open right corner 3, looking for a response. And instead he throws up an air ball. Nothing but air for Davion Mitchell. Brother, hit rim at least. Ball has it up top, being guarded by Mitchell. And you can see the confidence slowly leaving Davion Mitchell. Ball coming to his left, off the screen, puts up the 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Jaquez comes over and picks it up. Good fight from Wiggins to keep it away from Diabate. Here comes Jaquez, bringing it down. Jaquez dancing with it, in and out dribble. Coming to his right, spins back to his left. Inside pass, Davion Mitchell to the rim. Scoop layup with the right hand. Got it to go over Diabate. And it's a 1-point game with 2:30 to go. Ball bringing it down, being guarded by Jaquez. Get it over to Kobe White, back up top the ball. Ball coming to his left off the Diabate screen, snaking it back to his right hand, throws a lob. Brandon Miller throws it down with two hands. Looked like Ball was throwing up the floater. Instead, it was a lob at the last second of Brandon Miller, who throws it down with two hands. Excellent baseline cut from Miller there. And obviously a great pass from Ball. Mitchell has it up top. In and out dribble, coming to his right, kicks it in the corner to Wiggins, who pump fakes, throwing along the baseline, gets shut off by Bridges, pulls it all the way back out to the three-point line. They feed it over to Jaquez, but a foul on Kobe White there. And Charles Lee and Kobe White disliked the call, but they no longer have a challenge. They lost their challenge earlier in the game. Cranen said, Hornets and Heat, are you not entertained? What a way to kick off playoff weekend, baby. What a way to kick it off. Sharon, or Sherry Newen. What's up, Sherry? This is great. This game is crazy. Overtime, baby. Overtime. Hero has it up top, being guarded by Miller. Driving to his right, pulls it back, step back, fall away, mid-range shot for Hero. Comes up short, can't get the friendly bounce. Rebound to Kobe White. Here comes Lamelo Ball. Ball bringing it down. Ball has it up top, being guarded by Davion Mitchell. Under 2 minutes to go. 3-point game. Ball off the screen, kicks it over to Bridges, who pump fakes. He'll take the lane now to the basket. Reverse layup, got it to go. Went up strong with the right hand, then reversed it back to the left hand on the other side of the basket, and he got the layup to go down. And the Hornets go up by 5. 1:30 to go and a timeout for Miami. Got to talk some things over. Daniel Dash said, Buzz City Killers. They're hooping right now, man. They're hooping. Mark said, absolutely cinema. Mark said, fraudulent. It really sucks there's no Bam, man. It really sucks. To go through all of this for the Miami Heat without Bam really sucks. Sure, he said 10 years drought's about to end. On the verge. On the verge, but still a lot of time remaining. Stir Show said Hero sold that last play. Not a great play from Hero. Didn't love that play. Bruce said no rebounds, no rings. Wiggins with 27 and 7. Khalil Ware with 12 and 19 here tonight. I mean, he's rebounding the heck out of the ball. Diabate responded with 8 and 15 himself. He's also rebounding the heck out of the ball tonight. LaMelo Ball with 26 and 9. Do we have double-double? Oh, we have LaMelo double-double up here. It's not really going to help our ability to get bingo, but we do have that. Gigi said, see, Melo knows when to act like a true PG. He's finding his guys right now. Here we go. Mitchell on the right wing. Can't get it to Jaquez. Instead, gets it over to Hero. He's got a good look from three, curling off the screen. In and out, can't get it to go. Rebound gets knocked over to LaMelo Ball. If Hero didn't flop and fall down to the floor, the rebound fell right towards him. He could have pursued that and picked up the loose ball, but instead, LaMelo Ball able to come over and pick up that loose ball. A minute to go. Big time miss for Tyler Hero there on a decent look. Melo coming to his left, over to Brandon Miller. He's going to pump fake, drive to his left, hands it off to Bridges. Shot clock winding down. He's got to heave it up there, falling out of bounds. He throws up an air ball, and it's a shot clock violation. The ball is going to go back to the Heat, but they're trailing by 5 with under a minute to go. Whew. D said, Melo knows tripping Bam was a weak move. It was indeed. It was indeed. Norman Powell is going to come in. They need shot makers. I think too little, too late. Khalil Ware is going to come out. They need shot makers here. Under a minute to go. Sion James is going to come in as a response. Grant Williams also going to come in. They're going to pull LaMelo Ball and Kobe White for this possession. Sherry Newen with the subscription. Appreciate you, Sherry. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Remember, guys, we are staying live for the game right after this. Blazers versus Suns. Mitchell crosses over, lefty layup, got it to go past Miles Bridges. What a driving finish for Davion Mitchell tonight. By the way, up to 26 points for Davion Mitchell. If only he could have knocked down one of those threes earlier in the game. And the last, no, they have one more timeout remaining. Charlotte uses a timeout here. It's a 3-point game with 48 seconds to go. A lot of stoppages, a lot of timeouts here. Zane said double. Double, yeah. Double coverage tonight. Yep, double coverage tonight. We are staying live. I will end this stream. The prompt will come up if you would like to join us over on the next broadcast, and we will stay live, but move over streaming rooms and go over and cover the Phoenix Suns, the 7th seed, taking on the Portland Trailblazers, the 8th seed. For the record, said Charlotte is not yet in. They must now beat the lower of 7 versus 8. Yep, that is indeed how it works. But the loser is out. No more opportunities. You will go home and end your season. Denise Castro, what's up, Denise? Double overtime? Double overtime would be crazy. Double overtime would be crazy. Is Jones said, I hope Hawkins gets your bingo. I hope Hawkins gets our bingo too. He needs one more basket. He's got 13 points, 6 boards, 8 assists. Needs one more basket. 2 points shy. As the game went black for some reason. Prime Video, are you good? Are you good? We're coming out. Daniel Dash said, I was sent it recently. I wanted to recall why, as long as it's not permanent, we'd miss each other too much. I don't know. I didn't do it. Technical difficulties. Awesome. Technical difficulties, Amazon Prime. Way to have things ready to go for a big playoff game, brother. Technical difficulties. Gigi said, don't care if Detroit sweeps Charlotte. I just want to see another Malice in the Palace. We could. Yeah, we got technical difficulties here. Okay. Cooper, TK Ubler said Cooper Flag wouldn't be benched in the fourth quarter of a play-in playoff game. We don't know. You know why we don't know, TK? Because he didn't make the play-in. Mark said Amazon sucks. We got technical difficulties. Okay. So we're going to do this. So I can't see the game. You guys can't see the game. But we do know Charlotte scored 125-120 with 26 seconds to go. And it looks like Charlotte's going to survive. Way to be prepared, Amazon. Way to be prepared. CEO King said, TNT, where are you at? This is why you need, nationally televised games on actual channels and not on streaming platforms who are not prepared for this. There we go. We're back into it. Just in time to see Charlotte score. Right? So we know Charlotte scored 2 points. It's 125-120 with 26 seconds to go. Susan said, Amazon forgot to pay the Temu bill. George Jones said, Amazon's wilding. I mean, it's a playoff game. I know it's a play-in game, not technically a playoff game, but it's start of the playoff season. And you're not prepared? All right, they showed it. Lamelo Ball drove it down and got the layup to go over Davion Mitchell. Excellent balance. AP said, I can't. Miami could be going home. Yep. Loser of this game goes home, and that's it. Got 26 seconds to go. 5-point game. Suns Jen said, well, the Suns game started. We're going to get to it as soon as this one goes final. We could be seeing a ridiculous play here, the same way we saw for Charlotte to pull this in. They get in the hero. He turns, fires along the baseline, corner three. He got it to go. He got it to go. Am I even surprised? They get it into LaMelo Ball, bringing it down against Davion Mitchell. Ball sees a double team. Gets it over to Zion James. Ball knocked loose. Over to Hero. Hero in the paint. Dribbles it back out. Hero in the left corner. Step back three. Why? He gets fouled. He got fouled. That's why. Tyler Hero going to the foul line for 3 free throws. He could give them a 1-point lead with 8 seconds to go. And just like that, Miami could steal it. But Hero has to knock down his threes. He knocks down the crazy turnaround corner three. Said, Kobe White, I can do you one better. And then LaMelo Ball turns it over. Hero catches it in the paint. It was a bad pass from Larson. And instead, he says, I'm just going to dribble it out to the three-point line. Steps back out of the corner, and they call a foul on Lamelo Ball. Charlotte doesn't have a challenge, even if they thought it was a challengeable offense. Hero at the foul line for 3. They're down by 2. He has to at least knock down 2. Game not over yet. This is why you don't leave him early. Hero knocks down the first one. Remember, he's a 91.7% free throw shooter. But there's 8.7 seconds to go. Even if he knocks down all 3 free throws and he gives Miami a 1-point lead, Charlotte will get the ball back with 9 seconds to score. Hero needs to at least hit one more. He's got 2 attempts to hit at least one more. He does knock down the second one. Okay, now we're tied at 125, so at worst we're getting a double overtime game. I can't believe he got fouled on that three-point attempt. Terrible attempt. He caught it in the middle of the lane, dribbled it out to the three-point, to the corner, to the three-point line, and shot a step-back 3, and Ball fouls him. Why? Why? Just go up and contest. If he knocks down a crazy shot, he knocks down a crazy shot. Bruce said, remember Larry Johnson? I do indeed. I mean, I don't remember it, but I know of it. Mr. Greatest had still enough time. Game not over yet. Even if Hero hits this, which he hits all 3 free throws, and a timeout for Charlotte. My goodness. Miami. Tyler Hero hits a crazy 3 that gets fouled on his next 3-point attempt after a turnover from Lamelo Ball, by the way. This is why you don't foul right away. They just applied pressure to Lamelo Ball in the backcourt. Struggled with his handle a little bit against the pressure from Davion Mitchell. They showed an extra defender, and then they just contested him on the pass attempt. Larson, I believe, was the one who played the passing lane and got the steal. Sturgill said Lamelo potentially dropped the ball, for sure. For sure. Star said, I know I'm late, but this game is insane. Insane game. Insane game. AP said, imagine the player who committed that foul. Poor guy. Lamelo Ball, the star player of the Charlotte Hornets. The guy who got them in this position in the first place could be the guy that ultimately sends them home. But again, 9 seconds remaining. 9 seconds remaining. Charlotte has the ball. They're down by 1. Zane said, who would have thought Tyler was a hero? Yeah, Tyler wasn't a hero up until he was. Now, game could still end in a Charlotte Hornets victory. We got 8.7 seconds remaining. Jaquez is still sitting on 13 points. Brother, give us a basket. Got to get Jaquez to the foul line. He's got to hit 2. They get it into Lamelo Ball. Driving to his right. Scoop layup. He got it to go. Miami, they do have 1 timeout remaining. They don't use it. Mitchell drives it down, gets blocked, and Charlotte wins it. And Charlotte wins it. A chase down block from Miles Bridges off a scoop layup from Lamelo Ball wins it for the Charlotte Hornets, 127-126. After all of that, Charlotte still finds a way to win it. It showed also that the Miami Heat did have a timeout remaining. Davion Mitchell instead tried to rush it down the other way with like 4 seconds remaining. Got all the way to the rim. They got chased down, blocked by Miles Bridges, and that's going to end it. And that's going to end it. Lamelo Ball almost cost his team the game. Instead, finds a way to pull it out. And that's what star players do. You make a mistake on one end, you'll find a way to make up for it on the other end. By the way, just to wrap up our bingo card here, Lamelo Ball did end up with a double-double. Double-double. Hero ended with, who knows? Stan Van Gundy saying Miami didn't have a timeout, but the graphic on the broadcast was showing that they did. I'll just take Stan Van Gundy's word for it. I guess they didn't have a timeout remaining. Hawkins doesn't get us 15, 5, and 5 anyway. Sam Mulleran, what's up, Sam? Appreciate you. Said great commentary. Appreciate you, Sam. Hope you had a good time tonight. What else was I going to look at? No wedgie, no consecutive missed free throws. Hero for 25. What did Hero end up with? 23. We didn't even get Hero for 25. No Bam props, obviously. No triple doubles. Hawkins didn't get it. Kobe White didn't get 20 points, I don't believe. Kobe White ended with 19, so we didn't get that either. Miller didn't get 30, and no Bam 3-3. So that's going to end it right there, folks, because we got another game to go cover immediately right now. We're going to sign off, but we're going to stay live. We're simply just going to end this stream and jump right into the next stream, which is the Phoenix Suns taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. The game has already started because this one had to go into overtime. So I'll see you guys there. Appreciate you. We're staying live. Catch you on the next one. Let's do it.